sing bigging up Unruly Tash. You know, you go.
Be alive, pick up Unruly Tash, the one Unruly gang. We're outside of this gonna represent the Unruly Tash and that one Unruly Tash. You don't know, every other fucking Saturday, log into Unruly Tash live on YouTube or outside. Unruly could say that. Straight.
Yeah, big up Unruly Tash and study.
Tash, big up yourself.
Yeah, man, big up yourself, man.
You know it go.
That is
You know it go.
Yo, you may say I know, so I just see some Skull for movement song. I represent for Unruly Tash YouTube channel. You see me I say? So people here what go on now. You see if you come across the channel, you just like, subscribe to the channel. You see me I say? That's when you post something, you get the notification. You know what I mean? Yes, Unruly Tash, big up yourself, large up cause every time.
Yo, you don't know I'm watching this from the Copper Shot family straight out of Kingston, JA, Jamaica's best. And right now you tune in to Unruly Tash. Make sure to like, subscribe. One bag of something. And this one I get the whole of the bad thing them, you know, the whole of the nice thing them. So make sure to go over there and do the thing. You know what I mean? I'm out.
Me, as a man from my humble beginnings, I grew up with my granny and yo, man fall from bush fam, like real bush, from nothing, you see me? I'm forward out on the forefront and all me try to do, take care of my family and take care of my peeps them around me. And people have problem with that. Now, it's not my job for try to tell people what to say or how to live. So it's not nobody's job to tell Popcorn how to live. Thing coming out of the 876, gotta say unstoppable, man. Forever, untouchable, you know, undefeated. Drip, how much they hate me? Very. Come and fuck them girlfriend daily. Anybody stand rule, you have to run like Aileen Bailey. Some little priest artists that talk on me know say, them my baby. When you selling them a fuel and creep? No. Just maybe. What is some people?
Blood clot diamond is crazy. Unruly for life. 876, God.
My G. Yeah, man, Unruly state there. I know if you don't like Unruly, to a suck on no mother 100 million times already. Yeah, man, Unruly state there. I know if you don't like Unruly, to a suck on no mother 100 million times already.
Out the road, me say, Babylon say jail for me. Beg the judge say bail for me.
Yeah. Tell me if you not hear me loud and clear. Tell me if you not hear me loud and clear there. Loud and clear. Tell me if the ones that hear me loud and clear as them check in. You know what I mean? So loud, road, I'm say. I'm say road in I chat if the ones that hear me loud and clear. Alright. Fully. That is it. Jazina Brian. Sasha Ice, my sister. Gaza British, sell me out a while ago. Yeah, Rockstar, Mario. Is me Oreo stamp some real Gaza brother, the killer. Now sell me out. Say no. Big up yourself. J.A. Gangster. Game in with me. You know a thing going on. DVS. Oh Mario, bro. You know a thing going on. Muskie. Up in a Musa, no Muskie. Sorry about that for the pronunciation of your name. Unruly Dread, my brother. Gaza Isaac, my brother. Brother, them, man. I want to them, man. Road. Let me see the road, them, now. Nicky York. Olivia Branch. Full Reggae. Road. You know me start off the live in the people. Road. See the emoji them there too. Them I want to see. Yeah. Lama. Road. We there, you know, we are going to look a reason about how me see. When name now. PJ Patterson forward out and when me say, you know. Because good look a reason that for all and a good look a pointers for all. You see me? Big man thing. Road, that more want see in that chat. Get the chat them up with the road them, you know. People, boy, me just love my friend them place a while ago, dog. Guys are British, him kick me away. Dog, I can't believe the man him kick me down, so bro. Feel a weird star. Nah, I like to the ones them down. Feel a weird. Unruly say road. That is it, you know. Remember saying, we as unruly fans, you know. If I never have the Vybz Kartel seen our artists and see the talent in him, you know what I mean? One of the years as fans of Unruly, we don't know how it would have been, you know what I mean, for the DJ. You know what I mean? So we Unruly have to say road. Yeah, because at the end of the day, we see we are governed certain things in the industry and the levels that we reach. As me always champion. We want others there, and we know, if you see the person who bring you a road, him being there, a road, it going to showcase that where we can have somebody else, not just us, you know what I mean? Can deliver to the people, them, the reception, everything else we can look from. You see me? Yeah, so Unruly Officer Road. So if a man found and notice in my title them or not even say title but pick, you always go to the Unruly Fest, which is July 28th, the Crystal Palace Bowl. You know what I mean? You always see an unruly emoji when me hear you up. You know what I mean? Unruly means said speed, but you don't know. If I know if a guy's like wanna be unruly. You sight up? Yes, I say you know the DJ say Gaza unruly, Gaza. That. Yeah, so we're reasonable what PJ Patterson said, you know what I mean, and the next lawyer, because people forget, so at one point in time, PJ was a lawyer before he became the prime minister. You know what I mean? In history, and certain things when I hear, them say between PJ and KD Knight was two of the best lawyers ever practiced law in Jamaica. You know what I mean? And to see him forward out and make a statement, we're going to reason with that look more and so really that go there so with it. See me? Yeah, Sasha Ice, I am not a drama, Sasha Ice. Big woman thing. The man them kick me off. They said them I go buy cake over one part. I'm disappointed, brother. My heart hurt. The sister, that go on, brother. Man donate to kick me off and dirt me, you know. Dog, me hurt, dog. If I show a man even know, dog. Me hurt, dog. Man kick me off for the panel for donate for buy cake. As a forward, the family entertainment road. Yeah, you see, me just, yeah, man, anytime I see the road, man, I just change the play. I can't believe that my friend them do me, dog. Yeah, that after 7 years apart on the YouTube street, you know. 7 years consecutively apart on the YouTube street, dog. Big man thing from panel to panel, war to war, rare to rare. A cake, I couldn't believe it, bro. It's a cake would have caused this. You see my friend name, we think my friend name with a side and say, yeah man, bros, no cake. You're right, me killer, but so it come. And every day, one time your friend name I gonna say the same thing where you say, life with me. You know what I mean? Don't make it be a problem. Don't make it be hurtful. Yeah, that. Yeah, man, my heart heavy Sasha Ice, man. I swear. Just a cake, brother. I swear. Road, my people, them. Now, we see where. And you know me, that you want to chat them be real with me, you know, and see every payment, you know, because remember a couple of weeks ago, you know, that. If you want them, because one thing with me, you know, me always talk something more time and then it's power to be like real thing in a time. You see me? We end up saying, I believe our uncle with that reason one day, you know. But the same case thing. It's before the Privy Council hearing go on. And I say, yo, uncle, all right, guys are British. I say one friend, I still feel that way, brother, about the cake thing. Give thanks same way for the donation. People donations are appreciated. But I still feel that way. You shouldn't have donated to buy any cake, bro. That's what I feel that way about. Isn't it? Watch it go on and think now, people. What's for me there? Yeah, me I say, yo, when me over uncle, me that will a reason, I mean to uncle them and the whole I kill them. Say, uncle. You know what I'm saying? If I be real with yourself, brother, the lawyers, them, no, do the right thing, them not go hard enough. This was just me not even knowing about even this where PJ Patterson them saying, me I say, dog, me never really talk about a case like, but me I say, brother, the lawyer them could have go hard after cartel, brother. There are things where them could have outline and highlight better. You see me I say? And when me see even them type of thing are forward now, it just makes me say, yo, Bruce, you were right. Even at the court of appeal hearing, because this shouldn't, as the PJ them say, no, this shouldn't reach at the Privy Council, you know. This should have dashed it from 2014, you know. The lawyers them should have bring up this argument, you know. And say, yo, see, where, see, case file is that for sure say, yo, whoop to, you know. From 2014, you know, my people, them. Big woman thing, you know. So when me do I say to myself, say, dog, you know, the lawyer, them, a joke, brother, them should have gone harder. When I look upon this now and they say, them type of case file where it's set at 1983, this one. So this is a case file where them should have studied and look up and, you know, comb through to see and we can point to, you know. Yes, at this point in time in 2020, well, addition, who did they on the case in 2013 and 14, you know? Don't depend it now, you know. Want to know that too, you know. You get me, I say? Want to know over the part the two, you know, say the lawyers who for the dep on the case, who even were on the appeal at the court appeal at Jamaica, them not dep on the case, you know. Big woman thing, you know. Not to say, yo, them never do for them job or cartel never did please with them, but in hindsight now, you see, say, yo, there were other works for them do. You get me, I say? Them fall off in a certain places. Them lack in a certain places. And being that there were a case from such a long time, 1983, that's about 40 years ago. Yeah, 41 years ago. That set up precedented right there and then. You get me, I say? Where at the end of the day, we have to be honest with yourself, you know. Because when them do good things and it make the fans them celebrate and happy, we have to celebrate that. But when them shake up and bypass case law, where even in the court of appeal at Jamaica, this should have been outlined. The court of appeal should have looked on them cases in Jamaica within itself and point to these things. You get what I say? Forward and point to these things and say, yo, Ray. Hold on, the people. In a real life, it shouldn't be a case where this are the lawyers them who participated in the case. You get what I say? I have to outline it and I say, yo, why them never look on this case? Yes, so I say, why both sides, the DPP and the prosecutor, the defense never outlined this yet. And in a manner like this, it's more so in the defense case to make the argument. It isn't the prosecution to really highlight these things, you know, or the Court of Appeal, you know. If you're not cite a court when you make a, if you're not cite a case when you make your argument, you know, more so the appeal court now gonna really cite it for you, you know. Really and truly, you know. They will not cite it for you. So you have to cite it and make reference to that case, you know. So when you cite a case and you make the reference to it now, from 2020, right? Was appealing at the Court of Appeal at Jamaica. You know, the team, I'm not too sure if it's really the court's duty, you know. You know what I mean? Normally, it would have been the defense or the lawyer to really cite it. So once you cite it, really and truly, and make reference to the case, to the similarity, and the president, and you know what I mean? Words are in the appeal court, it said, and it granted. Right there and then, I'm not too sure if the judges would have said, yo, Ray, or them would have look it up or cite a case. You see me? It would have been good, in hindsight, it would have been good for them to do that. Look for similarities in other cases to come to them ruling. But really and truly, me don't sure say, yo, Ray. You know what I mean? Because I must say, your argument you're making on the T. So when you forward and lay your argument, and them can say, yo, Ray, you see me? So really and truly, book. Saturday, I show me cause them about the cake, man. Nobody know I'm calling, man. You see me? But me not really vex. So my brother Annually Dread mad about it in a real life. But me not really vex. Did I kill that dog calling, man? You see me? But yeah, in a sense, as I said, it's the more so lie with the defense to cite these cases, you know. That's why I tell me, you know, when we celebrate, we have to celebrate from all angles. We have to make them know. So, yo, dog, gonna drop the ball there, so, you know. Because from 2020, this shouldn't, a 4-year gap there, shouldn't take place. So them did miss it up in a what name, man. 2013 and couldn't cite it, or, you know what I mean? The judge got through with the same way if they did even cite it, because they make reference to say, Ray, Paula in them. In a 2020, you know, this should have been cited, you know, in the Court of Appeal of Jamaica, you know, as reference to, you know. So from then, if this is cited from then, because as a lawyer, you have to study case files, similarities with case. Whereas when you go up on the grounds, you comb through cases where you know of the similarities, where you either win or get thrown out by that matter. No, man, no man can't get enough, forgive me. It's crazy. Crazy, me kill a bullet. Don't do that, me kill her. You see me, be a person do a bullet. So, that 4-year gap, they really and truly shouldn't have gone right now, no dog. Big woman thing, you know, that 4-year gap, then the people, I want to overstand that, you know, dog. Or that 3-year gap, then, dog should have them been both the appeal already. From Jamaica, them should have both the appeal. If them did all side them case there and think, it is a wicked for them to sing it tell about them a shave off just 2 years alone. Honestly, me I say now, when them shave off just the 2 years alone, they say now, it will not be the 2 years alone them shave off them time. Critical things that have to go on. Things that have to dash away. Out of the case in itself, right? Not even out of the case in itself, but the case where them have the conviction right there, sir, would have been quashed right there, sir. You see what I say? From 2020, the conviction would have been quashed. Up in our uncle. You see me? Right there and then, 2020, the conviction would have been quashed there, so bro. We have to look upon it right that, you know. So we have to pray it, knowing what we know now, you know. If them cite these cases, because I remember say, in the Court of Appeal of Jamaica, I don't think them cite cases from Trinidad or any other places. In the Privy Council, you can't do that because in the Privy Council court, it stands jurisdiction outside of just Jamaica. The jurisdiction goes straight around the Commonwealth. Now the Jamaican courts, the jurisdiction in Jamaica. Yes, I to me, I say. So in the courts of appeal at Jamaica, I want couldn't really cite a case in a Cuba, not Cuba, but Trinidad or the rest of the Caribbean. You can't do that. Listen, you know, the angles in the Privy Council, you can cite cases outside of Jamaica because the Privy Council give that leniency, that room there. We have to understand these things to inner people. The Privy Council jurisdiction is the Commonwealth. The Jamaican Supreme Court jurisdiction and the Court of Appeal is within Jamaica. You see what I say? So them only have to think about a 4-year, the man them wasted the saying big man thing, you know, because the Privy Council down the Court of Appeal would have, if them get them arguments, brother, it would have been difficult for them come to a conclusion where they never overturn it. It would have been super difficult for them never overturn this in 2020, brother. In a real life, the people them pre-when me I said to you, knowing what we know now, where's the Court of Appeal been overturned? Because with the jury, with them go and the Court of Appeal made a decision to overturn the previous decision where the Supreme Court did make in 1983. When them go to the Supreme Court with PG, with the person who was working under the NWC for Michael Manley at the time, them say every juror should have been thrown out. Not only that juror who they believe was of the biasness. No, every single juror. So with that president said in 1983, in the Court of Appeal at Jamaica, that is something should have been cited in the Court of Appeal again. In a real life. And with a win that so it should have been difficult. No. And if them and now you look upon it away, I pray it away if them forward to a different conclusion. Food for thought right here, so. Just as how them look at it, cause them outline it, in the Court of Appeal, Now we could have cited a case, would have been more case argument. You get what I say? So it would have been so difficult for them to say, yo, yeah, them understand, say it wrong, but send it to the Privy Council to make the decision. It wouldn't be so them for easy getaway for them. If you cite all a case now and then do all of that and still send it to Privy Council, you'd have to look on the Court of Appeal. Worse, want to pre it, You'd have to look on the Court of Appeal. Worse. If something like that happens. You'd have to be like, so long, in a 1983, on overturn it. But in a 2020, on overturn it, on make the decision for Senate or the Privy Council. Why? when there is a president set? Eh? Why wouldn't you overturn it? Knowing that there is a president. Case law show you that. The procedure of the court show you that. And there is a president to set it. You see me I say? So after in 2020, the people them who were on the Court of Appeal who did represent the appellants them, brother. Them dropped the ball. Them dropped the ball in 2020. After this info and PJ Patterson them now too also drop the ball. Because them should have bring up them information from them time there too. Why are when the Privy Council give Jamaica a beating, the decision for all of this information coming to light, come to light? Is another food for thought again, you know? Why? When in the Privy Council, because many of us never did to pay attention to the juror part of the case and say the juror tampering and know the significance of it. But those who have the law knowledge and who were in the law field know the significance of it. You get me, I say? So being that them have the law knowledge, know these things, why these things never bring to point when the Court of Appeal is gone. You see me, I say? We have to look on it both ways too, you know. Why when them in the Court of Appeal, them statement here or them argument they never forward out to? Big woman thing. Don't chew beans when you get a beaten. Don't chew you get a beaten. You forward now and Jamaica look away. And Jamaica get a rash beating now. Everybody want outline that, you know, say, yo, Ray. Why when it's in the Court of Appeal, these arguments never did I make? Keisha, KMD, the whole of me killing them, Real Vybz, Cola Eye. Yes, sir, master? Big up everybody over there. God, this is the thing, you know. Jamaica get a schooling from the Privy Council, and everybody want to outline at this moment, say, yo, mess up, go on, them should have looked on the lawyer, you know what I mean? Kudos to PJ Patterson and the next lawyer, may I forget the name at this moment. Kudos to them for forward and outline that, you know, their case will been happening like this, where them should have side, you know what I mean? But they are finding it to it late. They know the injustice will take place in the Court of Appeal. Why never forward out at that given point in time and let these things be known? You small, thank you, unruly judge. PJ Patterson and you small. Them know these things, you know. Remember I said this case, the same grounds were argued upon within the Court of Appeal in Jamaica, you know. And the only thing they did was shave 2 years off of it, off of the conviction. We have to be real with yourself and ask yourself them questions. You know. Why is when the schooling happened from the Privy Council, everyone wants to say or outline these things, point to case or precedents of jury tampering, in which the Court of Appeal made a decision in the favor of the appellants in that manner. So yes, the lawyer them forget a beating of not fully studying everything. Because you have to study a lot of cases, you know, case files, you know. You hear that? And you have to beat the other people them who have found out and point out these things now. Cause why you never point it out when it did in the court of appeal? Not when it reached a privy council and the privy council school, you know, and Jamaica look bad. The judiciary system look bad. One of the things say, yo, all right then, we forward out and point to a point and give a case reference where jury tampering was overturned within the court of appeal and it shouldn't go there. So it's late. It's late, you know. It is good to see it, but truthfully, PJ, when I'm going to sleep on meds and pre, my sister, this is late. First seeing it and hearing it, bro, it was good. Not lying to you, brother. First seeing it, my G, and you smile when I hear it yesterday. First time I say, yes, good. If you say, yo, this is going already. But when I look back on it, I say, brother, so why will I never point out this in a 2022? When the fuck we go on like the court of appeal then? Why are we not get the beat no and point it out now? It should have point out we as the citizens where probably not we when study case law and case files and understand or if we can cite a case when we are make the in the court of public opinion. You know what I mean? We don't know this stuff enough. Verse a case when 1983, me not born yet. Me never born yet, you know. 1983, you know. So even if you say, yo, you were around in that time, for aware of that case, there's not a lot of us who in the space of the internet were around. So now, if you swear the court of public opinion, why only never do it in a 2020? One of the people, am I going too far or may I reach people? Tell me if me I reach in the chat room. Let me say, I'm pump the brakes. Pump the brakes look at the chat room. Because I feel like the people that must say me I reach. Because I'm not seeing a comment or move off and them something. Let me see if me I reach chat room. Interaction. 67 now with there. Interaction. Let me see if me I reach. Am I reaching? Am I reaching chat room? Why this never been bring up in a 2020? You see me? All right, Jama. You see me? Jama Allen alone look like him agree with me and saying, all right, that family say me I reach. All right, one somebody say me I reach. All right, the gaming say me I reach. You see me? Captain Cap say probably cause Jamaica hide everything. All right, the man say pump my brakes. Pump my brakes to kill them, so me I go too fast. Pump my brakes. Pump my brakes. Ruin my class, master. Manners. It's obvious that the prosecution never know about it all the 30 years she did either. Because she said she never seen nothing like it before. True? So, all right. I'm reaching to the extent to say, yo, them should have bring it up in a 2020, as in the PG and USMA should have outlined this to the Court of Appeal and bring it up. And the lawyers, them from Cartel, should have studied and get this, who did I represent it. So understand me, I reach with that, right? Never too late. Me, I reach them. What will you think? Me, I reach? Right now, it's like 50-50, you know. 4 people say me, I reach. 4 people say, yo, me, I do the right thing, you know. And me, I say the right thing. Oh, leave around Tom Tavares. Never pick up that from them time then. Remember the Senate at presently. All right, it seems like me are reaching them. So me I put on my brakes then. All right, so at the right time, this brought to light then. At the right time, this brought to light. You see me? Right time. I right time this bar to like people and think the previous uncle said, no, you're not read, study your voice get powerful in our YouTube streets, you know. Well, listen, but I agree. Alright. At the right time this get brought to light, you know what I mean? Right time. Me can't agree with that still. Me not agree with that. The DPP, no, a DPP and a DDP is the DPP, Director of Public Prosecution. You know what I mean? So the D stand for Director, the 2P them Public Prosecution. You see me? Know about corruption from long time. So she deal with case before with jury tampering and she pushed through with the case them. And the first time. Yes, that is true. But listen, man, I said to you now. Vybz Kartel lawyers was in league with the system from day one to send Kartel a lockup. So them never done a research. Alright, that again. Let me drop back the link say if anybody want to call in and we are reason, so a reason, you know. Want everybody see what me and say, me can hear it and say what me and say me I reach and think. Alright, drop the link again. Now, why me I say what me I say is this, you know. In the Court of Appeal, a case where juror misconduct was overturned because of one juror. You get me? I say, and it is thrown out, and the verdict. No, I can't blame PG. I am not really blaming PG. I am not. Listen what I'm saying. I don't want to get me wrong. I'm glad for PG forward and you smart forward out and outline this, you know. But it's attack too late. This is what me have to get me want to overstand people. It is great to see it. Don't get me wrong. I love that I saw this. For sure, say, in the Court of Appeal at Jamaica, it never needed, but this is how I try to get to me now. It never needed for got to so far extent, that 4-year gap there. That 4 years span there, from 2020 to 2024, Cartel could have been that road already. Case could have been retried, whatsoever, thrown out, been pre what me I said to the people, man. PJ them know about this from 1983, you know. They don't know about this yesterday, you know. Want to understand that, you know. You small them know about this from 1983. Because they were the attorneys on the case. The Court of Appeal of Presidents from 1983. See me I say? I'm break it down simple and simpler for you. Why me feel the way how me feel. Going to the Court of Appeal now, you have to study with verse when you have got on grounds, you have to study the grounds, you have to study case files to reference it to your argument where you are trying to lay it. You see what I say? So, making an argument, these cases is so important to your argument. A case like this, pointing to it, worse in the Court of Appeal again, it was decided where you could have cited. You see what I say? You could have cited there, so even when them a fight, and I bring obstruction, listen now. Alright, listen to this now. You see, if them decide this in the Court of Appeal at Jamaica, more I'm gonna get to me I try to get to dog. Just want to try. Cause me don't want to say what me I say, like literally say. I want to catch on to what me I say. So, let me break it down simpler. For to try to catch this. If the lawyers them did catch this from 2020 and say it in the Court of Appeal, and it still got the Privy Council, one thing it would have been. You think say, if it is still, cause I'm saying, them outline it, the Court of Appeal of Jamaica see that there is a problem, with the juror tampering, Them make that point there, But if this argument didn't make, and them still just make that point there and send it to the Privy Council, what only think it will be? The argument from the Privy Council, seeing that people outline even a case like that. You think that the schooling or them that get only will be worse, huh? Eh? The schooling would have been worse from the Privy Council, Big man thing, Big man thing. Bruce, this case needs to go to the Privy Council because the ruling exposed how corrupt the justice system is. To the common man, that show we don't have any rights in Jamaica. That's true. Um, Jamaica case studies and lawyers, every case. I wish for you go. I wish for you go. Me no want to tell you the exact lie. But you go somewhere at Jamaica, at the courthouse, me no want to tell you the exact, me no want to tell you a lie if at the courthouse or where you go exactly. But you can go and get all case files, all transcripts for cases. Me actually remember where me did go to Bomba because at one point in time me did need some for sure so my case did close and my everything. You see me? There's somewhere in Jamaica, but I don't remember exactly where you go. You can get the case file and transcript. Every case file done in Jamaica is public, Really and truly in a chat room. Every single case file within a Jamaica is public. Jamal, big up yourself. You see me? Kevin Smith will know that. We not deny to them break the law to continue the case and whatsoever. That isn't the point. It's making references like these when we are talking about. All right. Me get on that, say. Being that it got to the Privy Council, I'm agree with this point, Being that it got at the Privy Council, it shine a brighter light. But me not really, yes, I'm grateful for that light there. Because we see more corruption within the system. But we are talking about even the 4-year gap. All of that to see them, and even though I use man represent Bruce Wallen for the Manhattan Phelps thing. You see me? Right now, we need a public inquiry in the DPP office, Right now, these are the thing with the Jamaican people. It's just like how there was a public inquiry in a Bruce in the Manhattan Phelps business. We need an inquiry in the DPP office where all of our case files studied, bro. Truthfully, we know a lot of people might say, yo, we are go for criminals and we are trying to cheer. No, it's about the people them rights who are get trampled upon. Over and over. It's about finding someone guilty wrongfully. You get what I'm saying? It's about the right way to carry out justice. These are the things that the people in Jamaica need to go find. Right now, a public inquiry into the DPP office. Why how fast on amend the constitution to allow the DPP to carry on? Really and truly, these things need to get highlighted more and more and more. Hmm? It shouldn't be something easy to amend anyway in the constitution just saying just to make it benefit one person, dog. Cause that's all the amend of the age within the constitution was, The retirement, for benefit one, All that is for the people. Really and truly. Yep, somebody have to take accountability. We can't allow these things to be slipping. And the judge also, there need to be a lot of things in some of these judges. Because it is not just Lennox Campbell alone would have preside over all of fair cases them. It wouldn't be just a Lennox Campbell that preside over fair cases them, So who are the other judges who did malpractice to allow juror misconduct to continue in a case? This isn't just solely a parallel problem, Because at the end of the day, the courthouse is the judge yard. Parallel only can make suggestion. And say, yo, she willing to make that, to make the risk, or take the risk. You see what I say? So, is either, I'm not sure, if at the bars give the judge them rare. But is that thing where the whole system need an overall right now? Fox Constantine, it's a system problem. Multiple judges are going to get implicated in further investigation. That's why we need a public inquiry. Because we need to know the judges who are allowed these things. We are sitting at the courtroom and know how the procedure and the law and the guidelines in which one should follow. And going and make these decisions. We see how we're supposed to go from the higher courts. We see it. So even Lennox Campbell him, not pay to get when I'm agree with Dirty Cup or all of the people them want to say, yo, all right then, Paul Lewin is merely part of the problem, But the judge have to agree and say continue with proceedings. If the judge don't say continue with proceedings, the proceedings cannot continue, So really and truly, even though she have made a lot of evil suggestions, even though numerous cases she have suggested with juror misconduct continue, the judges have to say proceed. See what I say? The judges have to say that, So we have to even look at the system. I must say, the system need a full overhaul. A full overhaul the system need.
All right, bros. You hear me?
Up, uncle. Yeah, my brother.
Alright. You're the on a roll still, no, I never want to stop you, but I want to say like three things to you. The first one, let me say, for them pass a legislation, you know, if you go through vote, you know, if you go through like the parliament, the PMP and Labour right have a vote, them can just make a legislation and pass it same day.
No, man, it have to go through the Senate and the Senate then pass it, then it go in a parliament to the yeah, so I believe part. I don't remember how it exactly go, but as I say, voting have to go with during the Senate and all of them things. It have to vote upon
One.
thing.
All right, that's a one. So it do like over here, same way. All right, so that's a one. Next thing when me want to say to you, because brother, you chat some facts. Next thing when me want to say to you is the reason why, as what you said, for the 4 year, this could have avoided the reason why PJ come out. PJ know where the Privy Council think right now.
Mm-hmm.
If I never for the Privy Council, PJ wouldn't come out.
You were content and said PJ Buttons also just made it worse on them because his statement and case reference means them purposely broke protocol and knew the consequences.
Yeah, all right. Me soon go to the case study, but listen what me I say. If I never feel that PJ wouldn't come out, come talk.
No. If I never feel schooling uncle, him only come out and talk.
Right, cause remember, you know, everybody watch it, you know. PJ sit down in yard and watch it, you know. Him only come out, come talk, so PJ know what the country are face right now, you know. Him know what kind of scrutiny, him know what kind of eyes they on the country right now, you know. That's why him come out, come talk, you know. That's why PJ come out, come talk.
Exactly.
So the next thing now, if with the cartel liar them first, you see cartel liar them first, Bruce. You see the first liar them. I don't think liars in a Jamaica really go 100. No liar at all. I don't think the liars them really go 100 because first of all, in America, if them have, like I always said, them have the Megan's law. First of all, them are going to use that to any case pertaining to pedophile. Them are going first thing them are going to draw for. Oh, you remember the Megan's law in 19 Ray when this thing happened and Ray. So it forced the judge on to have to go by the rule. Once them draw for the case file, the case it forced the judge on to abide by the rule. Because if you don't abide by the rule, we're gonna say, but you broke the rule then because all right, Bruce, hold on. Today we soon go back to that. Today me I show the people them something with a man in Ohio. Kill him 3 son them. I put it on the screen and show them. Kill him 3 son them, Bruce. And admit to it. Confess. So me shoot the trail them in them executional style. You know, say the man go to court and the man get where? You know the man get where?
Yeah, because confession. Him confession,
no.
Them never memorize him.
Them not read him rights, brother.
Yeah, them never Miranda rise him.
Yeah, nobody call it, because you don't know. Yeah. Them not read the man rights. You're so simple that bro. The man kill him 3 pitney them, you know. Confess to it. And just because them not read the man him rights. Not the way I must say. Not good in a court. Not at all. Not the way him could have confessed. Him could have confessed to kill 9 people. That no work. Nothing can work.
Yes, that's what the uncle said. Uncle, if you see, I'm glad how you pull up a case. Like, I love how you go to a case reference to that. Because I have been stating that in the uncle said, listen to me. There's procedure where even the police have to follow once there is a call made, brother. You get what I'm saying? I want him to step inside of that procedure. Anybody, the police, the lawyer, anyone, once them step outside of that, it's always grounds so you win a case. Always, bro. You see what I say? So, brother, I must say, me like how PJ found and said, you know, yesterday, when me hear it just, uncle, me I say, yeah, PJ, me like this. But after smoking 4 and 5 split, you know the deep thought and the deep prayer and all me meds and of meds. I said, no, PJ, wrong timing.
All right, bro.
Wrong timing.
Bros, we feel like even with the case, let me tell you the honest truth. Even if they bring up the case file, bros, Cartel was never going to get free. That's all. That is the next part where we have to
Oh,
look onto.
but uncle, well on the man, well on the uncle. Listen, me to the man. You see in a life, more time is not to win the victory. We not come to the time. But you see
Okay. Can you see if them did use that in a court and Cartel still lose? You see when them go privy council, that a court, you know?
Okay, uncle. That is my point, uncle.
Yeah, any of them they use the case file. If them use that, the case study in the court, and them still say no. You see when them go privy council said then uno use something where show them say this are the rights, and them say no man, you are through the case. So the lawyer them, so Cartel lawyer them slip up to cause them should have used that.
Uncle, that's why it's blatantly show your corruption. There wouldn't be no means to speculate, you know.
No, so no more guess and spell uno there. A straight corruption.
Thank you very much, my brother.
That's why I'm telling you, say you were cooking that. That's why I never want to talk. I never want to call in, you know, because I'm never ready for calling you.
That's something I get to, you know. That's something I get to, you know, bro.
The Cartel lawyer, them they go by that rule there. And when them drop that at privy council say, no. So when you use a case study file and show them, say, this is the what happened. And them said, no, same way. No, kick out the case. Them won't even start. They won't even send it back. No, just kick out the case.
Don't want to get in. No one to get into it. I get it. So all of the people that would that say, yo, we are got too hard. I'm up a drive brain. So let's see what we are saying though.
That's why me type and say you never did that reach. That's why I said that. I say, because I know which part you go with it. I say, you know, say Bruce, right? You know, they may use it at Jamaica. When that reach a privy council, I say, what? So they use something and show them the example and them still say no. No, we kick out the case. That would go on. Big up, you know, Constantine. Got you, brother.
Yeah, well, go on. I completely agree with what you say. As far as the lawyer, there's you can't tell me the lawyer them don't know about this case study from 1983. You also can't tell me the judge them don't know about it, and the Court of Appeal judges. Lennox can know about it. Paula Lowen and ourselves know about it too, but it never matter, right? Even if them they bring it up at Jamaica, I'm still wouldn't get off.
No, but I know that, you know. But you see, outlining it constant time and pointing to it. And
it would have better theme. It would have better theme right now.
It would have better theme right now, quote, I may agree, because right now that thing would have get thrown out completely.
Exactly. That's the full corruption within the system. You see me? That's what I'm saying. So in a real life, even with PG outlining this now, yes, PG, I'm glad they show it up, you know. I'm glad even reference can made to this, you know. But it's a tad late.
Right now, PG I try to save face. Because him see the problem with him, you know.
Big problem. Right? Alright. A while ago, I say, yo, the inquiry. If there is an inquiry will take place in the Jamaican system right now, in the Jamaican public prosecution office, you know. Hey, the people of Jamaica, them would have sorry. See some things I would have revealed. Hold on there. Give thanks for your donation. Continue to like up the live. People, we have 68 people. Make sure we have 50 like already, you know. You know what I mean? Make sure we have 50 like already. All super chats are appreciated. Give thanks to Tasha's eyes. You know the thing, go. Go through consent time.
Yeah, what I say is that there needs to be further investigation into the judicial system of Jamaica. It can't just done right so. This now make no sense.
It can't make no sense. We can't, as I say, it cannot stop right here.
No, it can't. Everybody can't just be like.
And next thing to this can't be a 9-day talk. This cannot be a 9-day talk, you know. That's the importance again, you know. On the system itself, you know. Because everybody. What you?
When all the Court of Appeal feel like say, oh, them cannot order a retrial, them let them go and say, you know what? Alright, we'll let them go. We could drop this. Nah, we need to find out what's going on with the other case them. We need to find out more about the justice system and the other case them will get tried. And the fact that the DPP is over here publicly admitting to jury tampering in other cases that she has prosecuted?
And our lead prosecutor at the time.
Or is she a lead prosecutor at the time?
No.
I would like
No. And her lead prosecutor at
and
the
her lead
time,
prosecutor at the time. Yep.
Jeremy
No,
Taylor.
who's also the judges that were presiding over these cases while this was happening? Because I want to see if there is a familiarity with one judge or numerous judges that was doing this. It can't just be Lennox alone.
Mm-hmm. Hold on, the Sasha Ice with our next gifted membership. People, only can be a member to the channel and only can gift membership as well. You know what I mean? I will get the membership. I will get it. I will get the membership there, sir. Let me say Sasha Ice man get it. A real boss junglist, go through me kill it.
I need to know who were the other judges, except Lennox Campbell, that presided over the cases as to what the DPP is talking about or making reference to in terms of jury tampering and the cases continued.
Exactly, because these judges probably be presiding over cases right now and have been malpractice.
Exactly, that's the problem. So I don't want them feel like them can see a face.
Right.
I don't want them feel like them can see a face and say, you know what, no retrial, let him go, or let them go. And then everybody just forget about it because them let him go. No, we need further information and investigation into the actual judicial system.
I'm constantly going to say this is bigger than a Vybz Kartel at this moment.
That is, no, you know it bigger than Vybz Kartel when the former Prime Minister is starting to chime in on the situation.
Exactly. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, bro.
It is now becoming a big international problematic thing for the Jamaican justice system.
It's not centered around cartel anymore.
No, it's not.
Cartel and they have all cases you get look on right now. Me tell you, I say to say, yo, cartel, brother, I'm big DJ, you're a DJ, you boss papi, you do this, you do that in the music, very, but at
this
given time, you are a sacrificial lamb, brother. Me I tell you, dog, yes, dog, because if I never for your popularity, all of this light now shine. All of this.
How many times have you heard former prime ministers come out and give any statements against legal matters?
I've never.
All right.
Never. The only farmer and even legal matter I did when they come out and apologize to Skengdam in a paper, Siaga. But the only thing we ever see a prime minister, a former prime minister do. Remember that?
And it's not just the prime minister, you know? There was another King's Council there with him backing up his statement and saying, I think a Hugh Lim name. This don't make no sense.
You Smalls him name. You Smalls
him name. Like, this don't make no sense. So it's not one person that say it, you know? Or more than one person that say the same thing.
No, but they make sure refer to the case file and the case that they were a part of. So it's not a sense where they might come out and I say, yo, but you know, say it should have gone that way, you can't. No. They forward out and outline a case and point to it where the ruling did overturn. And yes, you know, them did a part of it.
And it was not beneficial. You know, the key thing on this, you know, when them come out and talk about this case, so them a reference to, you know, the case was not beneficial to them because they were representing Manly. So the overturning was not beneficial to them, and they're still making reference about it. It was the ruling was against them. But here they are still coming out saying, well, the ruling was against us, you know, but this is what happened in the Court of Appeal in 1983. So how nobody never think about this from the lower courts to the Court of Appeal until it reached all the way to the Privy Council? When there's a case that was already there 30
Justice Campbell. Justice Campbell, which is Judge Campbell, should have made reference or cite this. So even in the case, when the case are going at 2013, I told me never want to go back as far as that, you know. So right there and then, Tom Tavares, Vincent, and all of them should have cited this case 2013. Let's bring it as far as that.
And
God, that
2013 would have been 30 years prior.
Would have been 10 years prior to now.
No,
would
no,
have
no.
been 30 years prior to the case file.
It would have been 30 years prior to the case file. That's what I'm saying. So it fresh.
Mm-hmm.
It's not 100 years has passed.
Exactly. It's not a ruling where a long time ago. So even the person where probably represent him at that given time, when them aspire to turn a lawyer, you know, they probably have studied them case file, you know.
That is a very great point you brought up, because here is what I'm going to say now. When the DPP was studying law, this situation had just recently unfolded.
Okay.
The DPP know about this. Lennox Campbell cannot tell me same don't know about this, and the 3 judges on the Court of Appeal cannot tell me say there's a case that happened on their court that they don't know about.
Exactly. In for them courts, when they make a ruling pan.
But them predecessors make a ruling pan and they don't know about it? And that you really are tell me?
Just to show you the incompetence of them.
It was fling him in the cell and dash for the damn key. That was it.
No, when people say, yo, even the lawyer them did a cook up for St. Cartel jail, it leave you to wonder. It leave you to wonder, you know, dog.
Because I don't know how them never bring this up.
Bro, if in 2013, them outside say, yo, this should have bring up to Lennox Campbell. Because Lennox Campbell is on the appeal board, he's a trial judge.
He's a trial judge, yes.
You get what I say? So him not depend no appeal board. This around 2013, 2014. This should have bring up 10 years ago, brother. So the lawyers them at that given point, them don't know this.
They drop that's what the bridging where they just depend here say like them completely drop the ball, which is a fact. There is no way you didn't bring this up, right? Because if they had brought this up, the Court of Appeal would have still upheld this conviction. That is my belief. And then when they had gone to the Privy Council, they would have just dashed the whole thing. There would not be no retrial or even consideration of a retrial, is what I should say.
But all right, from this, if this will get outlined from 2013, bro, best believe say the Court of Appeal with them not have more grounds to even say, yo, dash it to it. Altogether. I'm not a lawyer for say, yo, them will not do that or say that, you know, but my opinion, big man thing. My opinion, them will not throw it all out, all together. Right there and then.
That is where I'm going at with this. There is no listen. The Privy Council judges right now that are sitting there, the 5 lords that presided over Vybz Kartel appeal hearing in England, right?
Mm-hmm.
Those people had predecessors before them that had made ruling in that same chamber that they are now sitting on, right? Mm-hmm. I am telling you this with confidence. Those 5 law lords that you saw there study the cases and the judgments that have been passed down by their predecessors before them, so they can use that as a precedent and how to move forward with other cases to give out fair justice.
Facts.
So you cannot tell me that the 3 judges on the Court of Appeal did not know about this case versus the Gleaner and Manley in 1983. It is preposterous to say that. It is ridiculous. They knew about it, but they bent the law. I wouldn't say break the law. They bend the law to make sure so them fling this man and him co-accuse them in a prison, and that's for the key.
Facts. God, as I'm saying, them outlying to the court to the Privy Council about the jury tampering, you know. Them also cite it as a problem, you know.
And
yet them never forward to a full conclusion. As how the Privy Council forward to a full conclusion.
Even if you watch the hearing from the Privy Council, they were making references to other cases and that was similar to the situation that Vybz Kartel and his co-accused were in. That didn't happen in Jamaica, that happened in the United Kingdom.
And other places, and not just the United Kingdom.
And other places, because I think at one point somebody bring up a situation that happened in Russia, if I'm not mistaken.
I'm not sure Russia, but believe a Guyana, I don't remember which Commonwealth country they bring up, but
someone, the lady did ask for the lady asked for the website. The lady asked one of the lawyers for the information as to where she can go do the research on it. I think at some point I heard somebody talking about a case that was presided over in one of those European countries. I believe it's Russia. Don't quote me on that though. So they're making references to other cases across to other people, other parts of the world. So please explain to me how the Court of Appeal don't know about a situation that took place in their own country and was passed or ruled on by their predecessors on that same panel that they now sit. It don't make sense.
It's baffling. Rockstar, my brother, you're there.
But Kelly, look how this is baffling though. Look at the participants in that case from 83. The Gleaner, the biggest newspaper in Jamaica, and the Prime Minister, at the ex-Prime Minister at the time. Yo, books not write about the Prime Minister, Michael Manley. So they wouldn't have offered this books when right.
Yeah, I hear him because of my breakup.
Yeah, your phone go in and out. As when my outline a while ago, you know, with the Prime Minister, the ex-Prime Minister at the time, 1983, I would have see I got them in a pop. Them would lose at that time back, you know. See I got them lose 80. Them win what? Them win 80 election. So them would have been in a power. Labour them would have been in a power. So PMP would have been the ex-Prime Minister at the time for true.
And you're telling me that a case involving the ex-Prime Minister has just gone unnoticed by everybody in the judicial system?
Madness.
Madness, bro. On multiple levels, it don't make sense. Here where it don't make sense. It don't make sense from the lawyer level. It don't make sense from the DPP level. It don't make sense from Judge Lennox Campbell level. It don't make sense from the Court of Appeal level. Like none of it now add up. Yeah, tell me say, yo, this passed through like 4 different bodies of people almost, and nobody could have Nobody could have cited the situation that happened between one of the biggest Gleaner companies in Jamaica versus an ex-Prime Minister.
Make it make sense, dog.
Make it make sense.
I know the people have when I hear people say, yo, all right, me's not a man of conspiracy theories. I swear for my life. We don't really go for that. But no, you have to wonder if everybody really plan up against Kartel. Every single body.
When you know what, even when we did up on the panel yesterday, I was thinking about it, but I never want to go down the rabbit hole, like, cause when I do my sleep on things, me as a person, I sleep on things and I think about it. I don't just spew shit out of my mouth just because I have a mouth for talk, right? But when we start to go back into the PJ Patterson situation and listen to what he was saying, I read what he was saying, right? Based on the nationwide situation, when he got up on nationwide, right? And you start to read it starts to pick that part of your brain, like, so you tell me instead of the lawyer them representing Kartel at that time, right? And given their age at that time, when they were in their 20s or early
That's what I was
30s,
about to
this
ask.
situation was
Them
going
age
on.
comparable to the timing. They're supposed to know about it. Either
Of
them in a
course
law
they knew
school,
about it.
or it go through the news media and the TV screen. Cause it's the Gleaner and it's the Prime Minister. The Gleaner not gonna write nothing good about the Prime Minister at that time. So you must know what's going on.
Because the Gleaner fight against the former Prime Minister,
All
ex-Prime
right, got the
Minister.
Cleaner fight against him, so they're
You
not gonna
think they're
write
gonna
nothing
write
too.
anything good about him? So you tell
All
me,
right,
say
so
these
people must know
people.
what go on.
Exactly.
At the time.
So we have lawyers on top of lawyers, on top of judges, on top of court of appeal. That
But PJ had to come out and say something because in private eyes, you're looking foolish and looking like the law. Because if you allow a tainted jury to continue, and the jury is supposed to be the most important part of a trial, because that is the only part and the last part that the defendant really have hope for freedom or getting found guilty. The jury is the most important part of any trial in any country, in any place.
Me here when I say something, I have to
So
call in to say something about. Hold on.
once the jury is tainted and corrupted, there is no justice.
So here me I say.
True. Wait, got
So
true.
everybody up on the panel will have a very good point. I want to make me I really look on this thing differently too. Because this, Bruce did say this previously in the live. Is it PJ Patterson and KD Knight are the top two are supposedly the top two Queen's Council in a freedom time in a Jamaica, right? So based on the fact say PJ, which is now retired, years now, that case here, more than likely, is something that is in the archives and is something that is a case study within the University of Law in Jamaica, right? Or anywhere in the West Indies for that matter. And the reason being, he's one of the best. He was Prime Minister, so he's also popular. And it is a case that he also lost. Because more than likely, I know when them do case studies, it's not only on the cases that a particular lawyer winning. It's also cases where them lose to and why them lose. So more than likely these people, there's no way they can say they didn't know of this case, because me feel like we can bet some money upon the fact that this case we're talking about right now is within the archives, bro. It has to be, because based on Rockstar just aim settle. It based on who are the defendant and whatever in the case. We have two people that served as prime ministers that are a part of this case. We have the Gleaner Company, which is the biggest media company, newspaper outlet within the West Indies. We're not even going to say Jamaica. I mean, I think no other news outlet bigger than the Gleaner. I could be wrong, but I don't think so. Within the West Indies, right?
Top three. You could easily say top three within the West Indies.
Yeah, top three. So based on those three reasons, it has to be a very popular case within the archives, bro. There's no way it is not a part of it, especially based on how the case went left because of the tainted juror.
Now, so go ahead.
No, got you, man.
Something I want to point out in this case too, that PJ Patterson is making reference to back in 1983, right? The judge then that was presiding over that situation removed one of the jurors, right? And went down to 6 and continued with the 6, got a verdict, right? And they brought it to the Court of Appeal, and the Court of Appeal said, well, no, man, we need to disbar the entire jury. So then the verdict can stand, right? In Vybz Kartel case, it was so badly mishandled that it wasn't even a situation where the tainted juror was removed. That tainted juror stay exactly where he was. He never even did get removed. The judge back in 1983 removed the tainted one, and then them took it to the Court of Appeal, and then them said, no man, the whole entire jury panel need to go, not just the one.
Not just
So
the
what that
one.
goes to
Thank
show
you
you when
very
you come on
much.
to the Vybz Kartel situation.
Prejudice, man.
Lennox didn't even consider removing the tainted one, you know. Lennox made the tainted one stay. Because right now, Vybz Kartel argument would have been, well, there was a tainted juror that was removed. But it wouldn't even have gotten this far because once he removed that tainted juror, the case would have been a mistrial. It would have to throw it. They would have to do a retrial. That would be a mistrial because you can't have 10 juror. You need 11 in a
It's gonna be a
murder
retrial right
case.
there and then.
That's a retrial right there and then.
So all of this process will not go on.
No,
You know,
this
all
would even
right.
not happen right now.
This won't even happen.
But what I'm trying to
Them
figure
things
out is
people
how
look on, you know. So if them do this, them retrial from there, so all of this will not happen. Most of these things them when them say public will not be public, you know.
here's what we need to do some research on. I need to figure out if the judges that was presiding over the Court of Appeal when Vybz Kartel appealed his conviction is the same ones that are still sitting on that panel now.
More than
I need to
likely.
go do some research to go figure out if they're the same ones.
More
And
than
if they're the
likely.
same ones, I need them to explain how this situation passed them.
You know what I'm gonna say to you, Constantine? They're gonna say they outlined it, they're seeing the problem with it and outlined it, but they didn't want to come to a conclusion because of the evidence we were argued and all of these things.
Okay.
In the Court of Appeal, I believe evidence were argued as well as in phone tampering and all of them things there. You get to me, I say, so them are going to point to those stuffs, you know. And I say, because of these things, they never want to come to a decision, so them only shave off 2 ears and send it to the Court of the Privy Council. And that them are going to tell you, man.
And I'm okay. You see that explanation now? I go fall flat on them feet.
In a layman terms, I pass the buck, you know.
Them say, no, we don't want to deal with this or make the decision upon it, make the Privy Council handle it.
Yeah.
But now them in a hot water because the Privy Council send it back to them and I say, yo, this is a major shit show.
We shouldn't be the one making this decision.
Here you go.
Uno should have been ordered a retrial. See if there is a case for a retrial or make the decision. Uno come to the decision if it should be a retrial.
But
Uno
even with the former
this to me with no conviction on it.
But even with the former Prime Minister coming out now and saying what he said, right? The Court of Appeal is under deep scrutiny. Why should we have a retrial?
High scrutiny. And the retrial are going to be super hard. That's why when me think she go front pump for you when she reach the retrial board, she go dismiss the case, bro. Truthfully.
Because the same Court of Appeal said the high witness that them bringing her. I don't remember his name. If I Chow, I can't even remember this guy's name. Whatever his name.
Lamar Chow,
right?
man.
Lamar Chow. Yes.
Yeah.
The Court of Appeal tell him, say, him perjure himself and they don't believe him. They don't think he's credible. And he's a hostile witness to begin with.
No, but all right. You know, the court, listen to this now. This morning, I learned this early this morning. Watch a reason, because when we are reason, but like, you see them type of reason when I'm going to say to you now, them information I'm like. So when you hear we say the witness was a hostile witness, it is in court files, you know. Say the witness get locked up for 11 months before him testify, you know. That's why them treat him as a hostile witness, you know. How much we didn't know that?
I didn't know that.
Well, me didn't know, so them lock him up, you know. But we never know for 11 months.
Yeah, we never know for 11 months.
But that is in court files.
He was locked up longer than the juror when them actually find after the Vybz Kartel trial and convict him.
Yeah.
Because at 9 months
how much I will know say that in a court file say, yo, him get locked up for 11 months. And that's why them treat him as a hostile witness. Them just lock him up and them never charges, you know. No,
you know why them lock him up? You know why them lock him up? You know why them lock him up? To make sure so them can find him when them need him.
Exactly. Because after him statement, he need a thing for run. He never a thing for testify.
Mayor, somebody said something today, and I don't know if it's true. So, you know, I mean, really, it's alleged right now, right? It's not a fact because I don't know for sure. Somebody said even the police officers right now that was in the case of Vybz Kartel when he first get arrested, right? None of these men are currently serving on the force anymore. And most of them don't even live in Jamaica anymore, according to what I heard.
As in the investigating officer, the
Yes.
arresting officer.
None of them are currently on the police force anymore. They have all since resigned.
And if I saw the case, that will be a difficult task to get them to come testify.
Exactly the point, and that's the point that the person was making, which I didn't even think about before. The person is like, well, as far as I know, these which is alleged, again, I don't know if this is true or not, or not, right? So it's not factual, I can't prove it. But what I've heard is that these police officers are no longer on the force. They're not serving on the force anymore, and most of them don't even live in the country anymore.
Yeah, if the arresting officer and the investigating officer, because then I did them two, there are two key part of the case. The investigating officer, you see me? Them can assign a new investigating officer to the case, you know. Because we have to be real, as I say, always everything go. Them can assign a new investigating officer to investigate the case. And lay based on previous evidence where them say them have on previous statement. Now, who say everything where them have secured, as in evidence? Jamaica, we are talking
if a man can go in the evidence, lock up and take out a man's phone and carry it home and carry it back after I'm done do whatever I'm doing with it, make phone call because the minutes run out or whatever explanation him give the court, I don't have any faith in that those evidence, quote unquote, that they have has been preserved.
Exactly. So all of them things that are going to be argued against, you know. You get me? All of those things are going to be argued against. That's why at the end of the day, more time, if a man there start here we are talking and I say, yo, all them a talk, so like say, yo, the man will come on road tomorrow. Bro, you have to look on all of the angles and outline every facts. And that's why
it may very well go back to a retrial.
Jump up. It may well.
I want him to come on road from like 10 years ago, but it may very well go back to a retrial. I have to be mindful and conscious of that fact too, right?
Facts.
But given the situation that we're facing with, including former prime ministers chiming in saying this is a shit show, like, I don't see how he's going to get a second trial. And even if he gets one, I don't see how I'm going to get a fair second trial.
Facts. No, but as a man said, at the same time, I kill it. We have to outline why we there and confident. And I say, yo, Bruce jump on live, and I say, road. You get me? I say? We have to outline why the facts, or why we have the idea there. You get me? I say, a man might have jump and I say, dog, never bail hearing said it. I want to talk about road. You get me? I say, when the bail hearing said certain things, why, you know what I mean? And as I said, everything is not difficult, bro. I turned Kartel that jail 14 years now, 13 years now, since him lock up. When them a gather before that time there. So the evidence or whatsoever them a gather before that time there. Who can say all of them things they preserve? Who can say any witness and who did dip on the case or did it? That is why the confidence is high.
Not only that. This, as you mentioned earlier, which is something where I always stick with me throughout this entire situation. This situation is no bigger than Vybz Kartel, Adidja Palmer, a murder. It is way bigger than that now. The reason why you have a former prime minister coming out and is making statements and case reference, like PJ didn't just come out and make a statement and say, yo, listen up, I look for everything and everything that makes sense, really, you know. Like, that's just my opinion. The man have a case reference to point to, you know. The man point to a case reference back from 41 years ago and I say, yo, wanna look here. The reason this is happening, is because what PG are trying doing, is signal to the judicial system in Jamaica like, yo, this is an international shit show. Wanna fix it.
Yep.
It is not a Vybz Kartel situation anymore now. And on top of that, you have the DPP over here incriminating herself, saying that there's multiple other cases that she had prosecuted or been a part of, or a lead prosecutor have prosecuted, that they knew about jury tampering, but the case proceeded.
Leave him to wonder.
That one in itself is like that's not a judicial system. That's all like it's a communist country.
Exactly, my fam.
Yeah, that's all like
Jamaica,
that's all like Jamaica have a communism
showcase
system.
that, you know. It will showcase that. It's
Not
like
just
a
this
Russia.
night. Not just this night. Russia. So
Big
that
red
is
flag, that family.
that is the part of me can't get past. We can't get past how the Court of Appeal is going to explain themselves out of this situation.
I want to see it truthfully, you know. I want to see
Oh,
it.
we didn't know about the case study that happened in 1983, and it happened in your court? How you mean you never know? So we have to say you're incompetent and unfit for the position that you currently hold?
Every single one of them. That's why you see me there, so outlining to you, say, yo, dog, even the lawyers, them, you know, them buck shuffle, you know.
That buck shuffle, them knee buckle completely. No strength. Because I don't know how you never bring up this case study.
Big man thing, you know, that even the lawyers, them, you know, brother, from them time, them to do that.
And then that gives you this conspiracy theorist mind now of, yo, I wonder if them man just conspire for send him go to prison for say, you know what, make him go on a prison, burn off some time, I will just burn some money over time, and eventually I'm gonna get to it, but we're just gonna run, make it the whole thing run its course.
Yeah, it leave it for wonder that, you know. It lead them conspiracy theory there, you know.
And I'm not a conspiracy theorist by any means, but it pick at your brain like, yo. Because the thing is, if you look at the age of the lawyers them that was on Vybz Kartel case when he was first being tried, or the lawyers them that represented him in the court.
About 60. He was about 60 at the time when they tried Kartel case. You know.
If you backtrack the age of these guys to when the 1983 case was going on at between the former Prime Minister Manley and the Gleaner, these guys were in law school at the time, or they had just graduated law school.
It's a 30-year-old. I feel like them graduate law school at that time.
Them probably graduate law school. That's what I'm saying. They either in a law school or they graduated law school at that time. So please explain to me. So you tell me say there's so much lawyers on the Bar Association and nobody remembers say, yo, there was a case that happened back in 1983 involving a former prime minister and the biggest media, the Gleaner company, newspaper company in the country. Please explain to me how that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. None whatsoever, bro.
Any rational, if you hate Kartel, I understand, you just hate him. But take Kartel out of it. Explain to me the rationality of this whole situation. Because someone will still come on here and say, the boy do it in for the prison. All right, me hear you. But please explain to me, take him out of it, right? And explain to me how this situation transpired. It passed the lawyer them, it passed the DPP, it passed Lennox Campbell, it passed the Court of Appeal, it reached the Privy Council.
Oh, it got through the whole of them situation there.
You so much people it got through lawyer, DPP, Lennox Campbell, Court of Appeal. Bear in mind, the Court of Appeal have 3 different judges sitting on it, you know. And that's the thing I say, like, you cannot tell me, say, yo, if I did one judge on the Court of Appeal, I could have say, you know what? Maybe the one judge just never know about it. You see what I say? Dog, there's 3 different judges sitting on the Court of Appeal, you know. And you tell me, said none, and the judges don't get on the Court of Appeal as soon as them become judges. These people have been practicing the law for decades. That's how they ended up on the Court of Appeal, because they have to be appointed to the court. It's like the Supreme Court nomination, you know, where the president nominates a Supreme Court judge, you know.
They have to be a judge first.
You have to be a judge first, and you have to be a good one, a competent one, not just a judge. You have to be a very good judge and a competent one to get that form of a recognition to say this man should sit on the highest court that is within the land of Jamaica, not Jamaica's highest court, the one that is on the land of Jamaica, that is the highest court.
Mm-hmm.
And yet, I said 3 of them sit down there now. 3 of them don't know about the case study back from 1983 between Manley and the Gleaner.
It's baffling.
That don't make sense.
Case will come through for the courts.
And it's a case will come through for them court, you know. This is not a case will happen in England, you know. So we can say, well, it happened in England.
The lower courts. Or even saying the lower courts, they don't need to pay attention to. It's a case will come through for them courts.
All right. I'm gonna give you an example. I'm gonna give you an example of this whole situation to show you how crazy it is, right? This would be like, you know, 40 years from now, somebody take this exact same situation to the Privy Council in the UK, right? And those 5 lords at 40 years from now in the future sitting on that Privy Council, right? Make a ruling to uphold a conviction against an accused and his appellants, right? Not knowing that back in 2024, right? We are now in 2064, not knowing that in 2024, there was 5 lords in their own courts that overturned a murder conviction on the same grounds. Unanimously on the same grounds.
Exactly.
How the hell did the 5 of them reach on the judge on the panel in 2064? It wouldn't happen. I'm just giving you a scenario of how crazy the situation would be. Because this thing, all right, you feel like the UK Privy Council judges that are going to be appointed in the future is not going to know about the case where the 5 lords just overturned in a Jamaica the murder conviction? If you think the judges them that is going to be on the Privy Council in the future is not going to know about the UK the murder conviction that was overturned for Vybz Kartel and his co-accused in 2024, even if we're sitting in 2064, you just lost your mind, because they will know about it.
You could have got 2084.
They're still gonna know about it.
They're still gonna know about it.
But somehow, our 3 judges on the Court of Appeal in Jamaica immediately catch amnesia once it had to do with Adidja Farmer. They don't remember about the case back in 1983. And the magnitude of the case is what I do believe that they knew about the case. This wasn't like the Gleaner versus a regular man. This wasn't like 2 man. This wasn't like 2 man.
It wasn't one shop sale versus one regular man.
It wasn't 2 businessmen
versus anybody. The Gleaner versus anybody within itself is a huge case too.
That the magnitude of the case, and the premise on which the case unfolded would tell you that this case had to be something that is known by the current judges that sit on the Court of Appeal. Nobody brought it up, so you know what they did? Make spin dog lie. Them say, oh, we just got, but my question is got the Privy Council, so the Privy Council have to think about it. And then the former Prime Minister come and blow the thing wide open. The man drop a bomb like Hiroshima. And say, look here, this happened in 1983 and nobody in see it.
It was baffling, bro.
Hey, I know them supposed to grieve right now when them come out and say that, like, yo, why?
Paul
You just
Lewin look like what? I was gonna say Paul Lewin, Cartel them lawyer at the time. Everybody, the Court of Appeal also look like shit when PG made that statement. You know?
listen. That is what I am saying. Like him just put them
All
into a
three of them look like shit. You know?
him just put them into a situation where right now, me that thinks the cartel are gonna get a retrial, and right now it look like they might want to just wash them hand with the situation here. To how things are
I
unfold
just want to get
right
rid of
now,
it and sweep it under the rug real fast.
that is what I'm trying to say. They might want to just get rid of this thing real fast and sweep it under the rug for kind of cool long the oven not get hot. We're about 400 degrees now. Like things are get real hot right now. They might want to just get rid of this real fast and sweep it under the rug.
Yeah, because they might get show up on an international level. You know? As I said, the popularity of Vybz Kartel being Vybz Kartel, you know, is where this I got to where it are going. You know? I mean, all of them things here show up. You know, that's why I say again, Kartel is the sacrificial lamb. All of this, where it has become bigger than him. Yeah, that it has become way bigger than him. Bigger Vybz, God's uncle for your donation. Love the reasoning. You see me? It has become bigger than him, you know, bro. Well, as I say, see for them try cool down the fire, they might do that, you know.
And that is that.
Because the Court of Appeal is under high scrutiny right now. The DPP is under high scrutiny right now.
So, all right. Up until a couple of days ago, right, the Court of Appeal was under some scrutiny as to the fact that them oversee the situation and still upheld his conviction, and that was a error on their part, right? It should have never gone to the Privy Council. Them should have ordered a retrial from back when Kartel appeal him case, right? The fact that the former Prime Minister come out and say what him said no, I mean, him just threw a Molotov cocktail in the Court of Appeal.
No, I don't think really a Molotov cocktail that, bro. Come on, no, man. That look like I look at something, couple C4 tire and them sure. Big man thing. Molotov cocktail now got the damage where PG found and said it's not a Molotov cocktail. Man, tell him I kill him, man.
Yo, the damage that PJ just found and do to the Court of Appeal, you know, is just like, yo, so y'all tell me say something going in a Euro court 40 years ago?
Well, and I'm not talking about the Serpy or Massman C4, real C4. You see me? A couple of them, the well tie and throw us a boom. Right now, it's like there is no Court of Appeal.
As I said, I need to do the research to see who currently sits on the Court of Appeal in Jamaica and kind of cross-reference it to see if it's the same. You know what? As a matter of fact, I'm going to just do it right now. See if we can cross-reference
Why?
this.
I'm going to say. Oh, yeah, why? Yeah. Why for that bomb something there? And the bomb, they tell something is a bomb, man. You know, why feed still? Yeah, kidding. Why?
Jamaica Court of Appeal judges.
Yeah, man, Google it and say, I believe it's the same one them where they can no changes no make. No changes no make since like any rare, you know.
I think
and like say the three of them are gonna move one time. If any changes to make one at a time, a judge are gonna move off a Court of Appeal board, you know. And I like say, them are gonna move the three of them one time. Without that, I really don't know how it really the process though.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So it look like one is 13 of them and one is a president and 12 of them are justices, right? But it look like 3 of them alone here the appeal of Vybz Kartel, right? And I believe those 3 were a male. So I need to go find the one them that presided over Vybz Kartel appeal and cross-reference it to see if they're still sitting here. Oh, as a matter of fact, I'm gonna have to do that because we can see when them get instated right here. So hold on.
Yes, so no all of them get instated.
Yeah, so that one here said 2022, 2021, 21, 2020, 2020, 2019. All right, so here we are. That one has said 2012, 2015, 2015, 2016, 2016. So it would have to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One of 5 people. Because the other one them started 2019.
Yeah, but
So it would
them
have,
could
it'd
have
have to be 3 of it would have to be 3 or 5 people.
Which justice? Can't believe Buchanan did call a couple of them names, you know.
So Justice Patrick Brooks, Justice Marva McDonald, Justice Almarie Sinclair, and I have Justice Frank Williams. And we also have Justice Pauletta Williams, and then Justice Evan Brown. So let me go cross-reference now and see if I can find the one.
I don't know them justice that was on the Court of Appeal hearing for Cartel.
I don't know them name there.
No, because as I'm saying here, when I say, yo, the justice them no delay with them no on the timing and where enough for them on the Court of Appeal. Me hear him refer to 2 names. I mean not hear a call on them name that while ago. You see me? Me not 2 hear a call on them name there. So it will be probably one of the one them where you say get elected in 2019. Because I said the Court of Appeal was 2020, you know, or 2021, you know. So if they get elected in 2019, they could have still sit for the hearing. We don't know really how the procedure go. Because a while ago, your name would say 12 justice today, right? 11
Yeah, one a
justice and
president
one
and Mr.
president.
12 of them. Yeah, hold on.
You see me? So we don't know how it's going to really pick in, say who go sit upon the Court of Appeal, meaning that there are so many justices. Miller Chip says a spirit man dropping at the Court of Appeal.
Yeah,
That
something
is
out
it,
of
man.
Dragon Ball Z. Wife of the Ball Z.
You see me? Out of DBZ.
Out of DBZ.
Yeah. Big
So what me I
man
do
thing.
now?
Give thanks if further a donation there.
What me I try do
Go
now? Me I
through.
try cross-reference it. Or that me I try do. Give me a second there.
We're supposed to somebody it did man. Who the on the chat, man? Hold on there. Yo fam, I'm calling right about that. No. Yeah, sorry about that, people. You see me? PG, a good prime minister, yes, you know, but him forward with the information. You know what I mean? Give thanks to the reason, man. You know, I think that that family, man, consent and a good youth, you know, good knowledge, you know, good reasoning, you know what I mean? Likewise, you see me? The information the PG forward, me look on it different, man. As I say, when I go all asleep and burn couple spliff, man, and you see me? Early this morning again, me did whereas me go over in different part and me kind of separate myself from the dancehall and then go and reason. So when me do all them things, I need some different space more time and just listen to them and say, me I made something to at the same time. You see me? Pre-war go on the culture. So me I feel say, yo, you know, say this when PG said this, it show up a lot. Like I would not allow the people them to get where, you know. Nobody not supposed to get where. Big man thing. Yeah, why you never do it them time? That was the first thing I forward to the conclusion. I say, yo, why PG them never say them time there? When it just happened. Why I know? It's kinda late, you know. You see me? Why all them people let me get past? Oh, can't tell them lie make it pass. So me I pray, you know. Oh, the Court of Appeal make it pass also. Oh, Lennox Campbell make it pass. All of them people that me a pray say, oh, they make it pass, dog. Can't right. Oh, they make it pass. And that's all me sit down and I make myself. Big man thing, people. Nothing else me not make that. That's what I say, so no man, them people are, you know, say the people that not pray it right. Yes, it's a good decision for PJ follow that thing, but a lot of people make a lot of things slide past that.
Alright, so may I read out the name them. Try remember them name, right? So the judges them will do the Court of Appeal in Jamaica for Vybz Kartel and upheld his conviction. Dennis Morrison, Patrick Brooks, and Franklin Williams.
Dennis Morrison, Patrick Brooks, and Franklin
Dennis
Williams.
Morrison, Patrick Brooks, and Franklin Williams. Right? Go back over here soon now.
Derek
Alright.
Morrison, Patrick Brooks, and Franklin Williams. Derek Morrison, the first one. Which him get go on the
Morrison, May 1st, 2008. Him still there, so you know. Next one, Patrick Brooks, right? 16th of January 2012. Him still there, sir.
And Franklin.
Now I see Franklin. Look like Franklin resigned.
So him not on the Privy Council and the Court of Appeal no more.
No, I'm gonna see him. But I'm gonna find Dennis Morrison, I'm gonna find Patrick Brooks.
All of them
so the one I'm gonna read out earlier was not the actual Court of Appeal judges. I actually find the one them now that's been sitting on there, right? So that was misinformation. I just want to clarify that. So Seymour Panton is the president who got appointed in November 3rd, 1999. And up until the 8th of July 2007, he served as president, right? We have Justice Hazel Harris, 10th of April 2006. We have Dennis Morrison, which is one of the ones that heard Vybz Kartel, May 1st, 2008. We have Mavdev Dakaran, 3rd of November 2008. We have Hillary Phillips, the 3rd of August 2009. And we have Norma McIntosh, the 10th of September 2010. And Patrick Brooks, 16th of January 2012.
So how much of them in all that?
So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them.
Okay. See, me never did know say 6 justice step on the board.
Yeah, but so I dep on the Jamaica Government of Jamaica Court of Appeal and look for the judges, and you pull it up and it will show you, and it show you the date of appointment. Yep. So there's only one name that I can't confirm out of the ones that upheld Vybz Kartel conviction, and that name is Franklin Williams.
Yeah.
Can't find Franklin Williams. So I'm gonna find Patrick Brooks, I'm gonna find Dennis Morrison. So the good I forgot suffer for the bad. Them two they need to explain exactly how
them
this
come
situation
to the conclusion.
Exactly. How them come to the conclusion where them come to. And you notice when these judges were appointed years ago. These people have been sitting on that panel close to 2 decades or over a decade. The names that I just called. Right? Which tells you that even before they got to that stage, they would have been practicing law decades before that. I wouldn't be surprised if some of these people were judges when the Manly situation was going on.
Okay, now you're talking.
I would not be surprised if these Court of Appeal judges currently were actual judges in circuit courts or the lower courts when the Manly situation was unfolding. So please explain to me how you don't know about it.
Kevin Smith, we don't really sure if they are party affiliated. Most likely some of them are party affiliated.
If they're party affiliated, they don't tell what their affiliation is. Just to seem impartial in justice. That's what I would say.
Yeah.
Because remember,
They
you can
wouldn't
have
come out,
politicians who go to court.
and speak on it.
Yeah, they wouldn't come out and speak on it.
I wanted to see them at the conference them and see them at certain meeting and not say, is that judge that, you know?
Now, what you can do though, is look what government was in power when they were appointed. And that kind of give you an indication of which way they might exactly. It's just like over here when the Supreme when the former president did have a nominate Brett Kavanaugh to the Supreme Court, you know which party recommend or which president tap them for go to the Supreme Court. That kind of tell you where their party affiliation is without them even saying it. So it's like an indirect thing. So that's, if you really want to find out, that's how you can look. Look at when they got appointed and who was in power when they got appointed.
Yeah, that most definitely. Most definitely. So you have to really analyze it, you know, and pray it, you know. And you see how we there so I showcase it and peel off each layer. And so once I understand it better, you know. Really and truly, you know. So once I understand it better. Yeah, that. Now, there's a lot of fuckery going on in the system, dog. I'm hope the ones them catch on and learn, brother. In a real life.
Can you imagine if Vybz Kartel wasn't Vybz Kartel and didn't have $50 million?
Now that me tell you, that's why, as I say again, it may have to be the sacrificial lamb. Because we must get to you have that money to go to that extent to pay these type of lawyers to fight to that full extent. If after sacrifice that for this, them thing I can showcase it, all right then, you know, a whole heap of case go on in Jamaica where some man, me jury misconduct, and you hear the DPP office come out and state that, and then pursue it same way. So the office and the judge them do malpractice. If I never have a cartel case, we don't know that.
But you're going to go on.
Truthfully.
I bet you start to be a judge retired in Jamaica.
You could have, hold on there. You could have only assumed them things like that. We could have assumed certain things at one point in time, you know.
Yeah, because 2 weeks ago we could have said that.
See then? We couldn't say that.
2 weeks ago we could have said that.
We could have only assumed.
If we said that 2 weeks ago, guess what happened 2 weeks? We get a defamation of character lawsuit because we couldn't say that.
Exactly.
Given this current time and current moment, we can say that. Because people not take the DPP statement as serious as them should have taken the DPP statement. Hold on.
You're right. Nobody not take the DPP statement serious. None. Everybody I look on it like say, yo, yeah, I Jamaica that. So, yeah, man, so that's how we stay. Even the case of they finding somebody guilty, how fast a verdict finding out and thing. They must say that the history of certain cases, they never take more than 2 hours, brother. So, you tell me, say no, some cases, forensic and all of them things there. Deliberation not take more than 2 hours to come to a verdict. And people think say that it's okay. And yeah, man, I saw hey, if there's one thing me hate, Jamaicans stay. Me hate the terminology. I saw Jamaicans stay. That go stay, Jamaicans stay what? We have to get rid of that mindset. And you can hear the DPP want to tell you about law and tell you how certain things to carry out. And not tell you say, I saw Jamaicans stay. How that concept can be right? How Jamaicans say is not the justice of law? Is not the right way? And when we are over them thing there? Say, oh yes, how people stay out, how them carry them, and I can behave as not the way our law is supposed to carry out, our justice supposed to serve. None whatsoever. Big woman thing, dog. Hmm? Man, them have his wife, bro. It's a real life the killer. She intimidated herself. A craft she try use, you know. Me wonder if an artist she link with right now, craft. She try for using craft right now. Big woman thing. Brother, I'm tired to hear that boy. I saw Jamaicans here. Dirty thinking mentality and attitude. But I saw a Jamaican better not fix up the mentality there. But tell you, for Jamaicans better, for the country, showcase any improvement at anywhere at all. The mentality first of a change. About just like this, I saw we steer. A Jamaican ways that. And them are not good ways. For people who say, we want better. Thinking at the highest level, if you say, yo, certain things, we are going to come, well, I saw we steer. So I saw justice supposed to carry out. That's how justice should be carried out. That can't right. We have to change the mentality first. You get me, I say? We have to understand ourselves first. We have to understand each other. Big woman thing, the rights to each other as well. We have to understand them thing there. The day again, my brother, like I get a call.
Yeah, I'm get a call and we have to jump off real quick.
You see me? We have to do better, bro. We have to change our mentality there. I don't know if you don't say something, if you don't want to continue to address it before you get the call.
Yeah, I have to go catch up back because I don't even remember when me that speak to at that point.
Why? 2 minutes, I don't even remember too.
But yeah, I need to figure out how they're gonna explain themselves out of this situation, especially with the bombshell that the former prime minister came into the conversation with.
No, you think they can explain themselves out of a situation like this?
They will try. Is it going to be believable? Is the other situation.
Will the people allow them to get that chance to escape out of this door? That is the real question, you know. I'm not stop emphasize on that point, you know. So the people, Constantine, you are in a foreign country just like I am.
Yeah.
Our voice outside of the nation is good enough. Fair voice to say, yo, the people, but will the people of Jamaica who are on the soil and presently forward out and voice these opinions just as us?
Well, that is another problem within itself, and I'm glad you brought that point up because it looked like there's no freedom of speech in Jamaica again.
Bro, you know, your Joy said yesterday that the rights, them even for exercise the rights of the people, them go through a thing. And that is a problem within itself, we have to start highlight more, you know.
That is a whole problem within itself because a man can't, constitutional rights of Jamaica get breached left, right, and center, and them not even know so them constitutional rights are get breached. But what? A man just do it just because them have the power to do it, right? You think Vybz Kartel situation are the only situation where unfolding in Jamaica where there's severe injustice going on? And I'm not just talking about people in prison. I'm talking about people that is even in the working world.
The people aren't educated enough to know their rights, to exercise it too. That too, you know. Because you do have people who exercise their rights in Jamaica.
But you have to know something to exercise it.
Exactly. So the problem is a lot of Jamaican citizens don't know their rights. Truthfully. The more people start exercise them right, you know, and the more the system in check, you know. The more, you know, when a minority I try exercise a thing and the majority feel away, who you think I go win? And the majority believes I go people are gonna fall for and think so, oh, the majority talk is the right way. Yes, the police are coming up if them to do anything for you. Anything where them say goes.
This is one of the reasons why we're in this situation too with Vybz Kartel, because what Vybz Kartel was doing is opening up the youth their minds to certain things that is going on in the political sphere, right? And then peep that, and I say, oh, listen, we cannot have this. You understand what I say? Influence and the influence he had and the fact that he was pointing out the discrepancies in the system. Like them man, they burn out the system from me knowing my DJ, right?
True.
But it never really was a big situation at the start of his career. The more him influence grew and the continuation of highlighting the discrepancies within the country within itself, whether I talk about politicians, I talk about JPS, I talk about the road them with them now fix, whatever it is that he brings to highlight, him have the ears of the people. And when the ears of the people catch that information, right, and start to talk about it, that is where they realize they were going to have a problem. So we need to get this man off the streets. Because now you see, you can't even say anything about anybody at Jamaica without police turn up here. That is from what me see sitting where I am right now in a different country.
We have seen it happen numerous times.
You say anything about a man, the next thing you know, the police turn up at your door. And I want to know too, how you find these people so fast, but you can't find the man that escaping in the nearby bushes.
Exactly. And why is the police breaking the people them constitutional rights?
Because the people themselves, where them break the rights off, don't know the rights.
Big woman thing. And the biggest thing, and here is a problem. This is the problem, you know. This is the problem, you know. Said the said person where we are talking about get locked up. Police them run in and go lock him up. Hear the people. The boy and the mothers, when am this the Prime Minister for? He's the Prime Minister in a democracy country who should be open to criticism at all costs.
Public criticism. As long as, because we live in the United States and we know this, if you make a threat against somebody like that, you may very well have the FBI turn up at your door. You understand what I say? But speaking your mind about this person or telling this person whatever the case may be is not grounds for
to get arrested.
And it's not. And that goes back to the freedom of speech. It's like there's an attack on freedom of speech in Jamaica.
And freedom of expression.
You know how much things the man them say about the former president and the current one? You know how much things the man them say about the former one and the current one? And me not see nobody turn up at them door.
You don't hear nobody tell them so the people are not the manners either.
It's your right.
It is
America
your
has so
right
much
to
rights,
express.
right to bear arms, right to express yourself, freedom of right to practice a religion. America have so many different rights, and they make them exercise them. But Jamaica have a constitution with rights, but they can't exercise them. That don't make no sense.
Yet the people them, that's what I tell you, say the Jamaican, it burned me. You gotta hear some of them jump up. The boy on the manners. When was this the Prime Minister for? What? The Prime Minister is open to public criticism at all costs. Because it's the public elected.
And the Prime Minister knew that before he took the oath of office.
So
if you didn't want to get criticized, if you didn't want to get criticized, you shouldn't take it.
You shouldn't take you should not take any public office. We are in an autocratic system. Where is one talk, one voice, where none whatsoever.
Man, them a move like a courier this.
Or Russia.
Mm-hmm. So when
as they say
things like that,
about the Prime Minister, if you get locked up.
So when I see things like that start to happen now, what that is doing, is fear mongering, make all that, right? You're trying to drive fear into the people about saying anything against what you're trying to do, which then turn it
any public office.
It's not a democracy anymore if you do that. It's an autocratic system.
Simple as that, and people now, the people of the country are backing these people and think they are doing the right thing.
I tell you one of the biggest
popular opinion things, the Andrew Holness and the police, them are doing the right thing. Are we in the minority, you know?
I'm gonna tell you one of the biggest
problems. How much people here jump up? The man and the manners. Oh, man, this the Prime Minister, I'm now the manners. Wait, te. All of these things. Make you have to say to yourself, say, no, man, I don't really like going to Jamaica. Truthfully, it is sad. It is sad. Big man thing. See this? Me is one of them too. We have too much diehard supporters on each side. And we can get grace to say that it's true, because I am one of them. So I can't say me, well, I am not in Jamaica anymore. That's why I probably embrace the PMP probably so much. You get me, I say?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, me not did it anymore, but I am one of them who were of that belief also. I was of that belief also.
One of the biggest problems I see in Jamaica is two things. One, people don't take the time out to educate themselves. Two, if you see your grandmother, your grandfather, or whoever
truthfully, dog.
I used to say JLP, then I just that
why
just
in Jamaica? But true.
Now I say one of the things them is one, people don't take the time out to educate themselves in Jamaica. That is the first thing, Mr. The second thing is that the mind of your own things are very see. Yeah, you can hear me?
Yeah, me hear you now.
The mind of your own thing is a very thing in Jamaica that is very lacking. Just because your father did JLP or your mother did JLP or your father did PMP or your mother did PMP, that don't mean so you can look for yourself and figure out what you believe in. You're supposed to be able to look for yourself in and analyze the situation and come to a conclusion. Nobody do that. Them just rock with what them know.
Mm-hmm. Or the public opinion.
Or the public opinion. And this has been passed down from generations to generations to generations. That's a systematic problem that has been going on.
Facts.
Well, a JLP, my father did say back in the 60s, you know, so JLP, me I say, no, my father did PMP back in the 70s, you know. I just did some my thing there. Like, nah, bro, come on. No, you have to can look for yourself, right? And see where the best interest lies within the public's best interest. It's not where the politician them, the office where them holding. It's when they get into these offices, what are they going to do for the common man? And not when we say the common man, like people will individualize it and say they're gonna do something for one singular common man. No, it is the things that they're going to implement that is going to benefit common mans on a whole. Everybody, not just one person,
Exactly,
multiple
bro.
people.
Multiple.
What's Jamaica's population? 3.5 million? About? Thereabout?
About there about.
That's what made I think, right?
Mm-hmm.
How hard it is to give these people a better life by just implementing policies that make sense to benefit them. You have nations in the world where have 60 million, 70 million, 300 million. China have 1 billion people living over there.
Exactly. Bro, we have to do better, dog.
You have to do better as a country.
We have to do
But
better.
the next thing that people don't in Jamaica don't realize is that they have the power. I've never seen a nation just give up all of them power to the public officials. It's the craziest thing I've ever seen. They have the power because they are the ones who elect these officials.
Them don't know that. And them not get that I know.
The local
I know,
elections
and
are
they
just
will
as
never.
important as the general election. That's another thing. People just think the general election is the important one. No, the local elections are just as important as the general election.
Facts.
Oh, me go vote in the general
Facts.
election. Me not vote in the local election. Me not have time for that. Me can't bother with that. The local election is going to determine what happened in your province, in your parish, because Jamaica have parishes, right? It was going to determine what happened in your parish, your constituents. You understand what I'm saying? Your division. The general election is more so broad for the entire country itself, but you still have to participate in the local elections. Because the local elections is closer to you than the general election is.
You said 2.83 million there, Jamaica.
2.83 million? Look at that.
Yeah.
I thought it was 3.5 million. You have nations out here with 60, 70, 80, 300, 1 billion people that have. I'm not saying that there's no country in the world without fault. Don't get me wrong. Every way in the world have them problems. You understand what I say? But for a nation of Jamaica, right, with how we are known worldwide, the people them need to do better of liberating themselves, learning the constitutional rights, stop giving the powers over to the politicians of the country. They have the power. Don't relinquish your power to somebody else. Why would you do that? Because you see people they come out and talk out and lash out when the police them start go for the man them when them have a public opinion to say about the prime minister. Because I never hear anybody threatening him. I hear some man say some various different things. But you see people they start lash out against that situation when it happened the first time. I bet it never happened the second time.
And at no given point, let me say, I don't know because I didn't see. At no given point, did he come out and condemn the actions of the police also?
No, because him send them to do it. Why would you condemn something that you ordered?
Just to show you. At no point did he condemn them. Yo, Pepper Skull, line up, you know. Because I'm out to go somewhere on the run up on the road real fast. You see me? At no given point. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. And we, the people of Jamaica, because I'm not going to say we the people, because I wasn't there, because my opinion would have voice. The people of Jamaica allow it, bypass it. You get me I say? It's like there is no problem with it.
And that is why they continue to do the things that they are doing.
All right, so game with Nate say, yo, do you think we should learn our rights in high school? From primary school, come straight up.
From primary school, come straight up. You're supposed to learn your rights. They're not going to teach it to you, though, because if them start to teach you the Constitution, they're going to have a problem. Because the things that they are doing is going to show you that they're daily breaching your constitutional rights. So you have to take it up within yourself now to go learn that, so that you're right. Here are the thing. You see, from once you start speak about your constitutional rights, the conversation change because people realize you're not an idiot. So even if you deal with police, them start deal with them more carefully. Because now them sister this can turn into a situation because this person understand them rights. That's the same thing that happened over here in America. You know your constitutional rights and a police officer do something to breach their constitutional rights. That's it. Or in the workplace, them have harassment laws, them have all these type of different things. If somebody breach that, they're in trouble. Definitely should be taught in high school about the rights. I don't think they're going to put that in a part of the curriculum, though. They're going to leave that out.
It's sad, bro. Sad.
Because when they start educate the ghetto youths, them we think go once they educate the ghetto youths, them I eat that, and them know them constitutional rights. You cannot just tell them or do anything to them anymore. The exhibit A, the reason we have this conversation is because them take a ghetto youth and breach him constitutional rights and send him go to prison for life. That's the whole reason we're having this conversation, If they didn't know this man,
him not know how to exercise him right.
And things them don't know how to exercise him right because him a ghetto youth. That's the thinking of
that them miss the check the part, Things say, yo, at the end of the day, they don't know him rights. Because we have to be honest. Them tell themselves that at the regular ghetto youth, me and you now go jump about rights, this and rights that get breached, and we never get a fair trial.
Them pick on the wrong one is what I'm going to say.
We're going to talk about say, yo, the evidence, this and evidence that, and then find guilty and rare. Yeah. None for them not talk about no fair trial already. Them man say them have evidence and then find we guilty for God jail. That's going to be the topic, my G. Truthfully. So you see the way of teaching, so ones and ones can learn them rights, always is the way. Because as I say, we only even in this situation have the conversation.
No, we wouldn't be in this situation having this conversation if them did believe so the ghetto youths them know them rights. Because they would have never done this to the one where them do it to. They just end up pick the wrong one.
Exactly.
I end up pick the wrong one, and it backfire.
Exactly, my friends. Because we must see ourselves saying, there are other cases where jury tampering have gone.
And we are made aware and we know about it, but we continued.
Okay.
No, I need somebody to go to all those case files and find them, or all those cases. Because I'd like to see who were the judges that presided over those cases.
Very
We need a
sad.
public inquiry into this situation.
From there, I said, we need a public inquiry. That is a must.
This need a public inquiry to bring to light to the Jamaican people what has been going on in the judicial system of the country.
Bro, this, I mean, always understand, I always go back to this point. This is bigger than cartel. So we reach now, the whole judicial system I forget looking into. Yes, so you see, well, I'm right now.
Here's my opinion. Go ahead.
No, man, I say pre. The whole judicial system I forget looking at right now because of them shakiness.
I have an opinion. And it might be a crazy opinion, but I feel like PJ come out and start squealing really fast to give the appeal court in Jamaica a nudge to say, yo, we need to dash this way. Because if we continue this situation and people start look further and further and further into the judicial system of Jamaica, there's going to be things that are uncovered that we don't want to come out.
True, and
that could be things that also happen under his administration. And that could also be things that happened under his administration when he was Prime Minister.
Bumbuckler, facts again.
So
facts
this
again.
This man run out and say, yo, no listener. Multiple people miss this, he come back to Jamaica. You want to need to do? We need to just dash this out and kind of get rid of the situation quick, because here I go on. If people start look further and further and further and deeper into this entire situation of the judicial system of Jamaica, the longer on the carry on this whole Vybz Kartel situation and them co-accused, there might be things that start to get uncovered that we don't want to get uncovered. Skeletons in the closet.
As a bad girl CC said, it's not coincident that he said what he said when he said it.
Exactly. It's right after the Privy Council ruling. He's indirectly telling the Court of Appeal, only need to get rid of this situation and fast. Because if people start look further and further and more things start to come to light, multiple people may get indicted.
People, we need 3 more life to reach 100. 3 more life to reach 100. 3 other people even just click on the live, just like it to me, please and thanks. Or 100. You know what I mean? We'll go till 5 o'clock, you know. And run up out of the building. 3.5 hours good enough. If they make good reasoning and think we want to continue the reason of a pepper skull or probably Gaza uncle later in the evening. I'll go run on the road and things so. Yeah. You bear 3 more lives. Go through Constantine.
It's not a coincidence him come out and say what him say. And the timing of when he said it, he could have said it 10 years ago. He didn't. He could have said it in 2016 or 17. He never said it. He said it in 2024.
Exactly. He could have said it in 2021. Also when the Court of Appeal at Jamaica hear the case.
Multiple times he could have said it. So right now, what he's doing, when he come out and say, hey, on the error, this is crazy that it missed so many people, point to a case reference back in 1983, him pretty much nudged them and say, here, we need to drop this situation. Especially with the DPP running around in here saying there's multiple other cases with jury tampering that she had continued, or cases had continued under those circumstances. You get what I'm saying? And I am of the belief, and I may be wrong, right? Because I can't see the future, right? I can only make a prediction, and that prediction may very well be incorrect. I believe the Court of Appeal is going to try and get rid of this situation as fast as possible.
I feel so too.
So that they don't have any further, like, wait, what? Tell me more about that. No, they don't want that. And what am I going to do? I try to go back behind the scenes and clean up some of the mess so that it not come to light.
Facts. Because me feel like there are a lot of cases and more serious cases probably around the way them no want let out, you know. Where it open the door for that right now, you know.
And it opened up the door for that right now. There's a reason why the Prime Minister come out and a scream. The former Prime
Yeah, man,
Minister, I should say.
yeah, they open up the door for all of that right now, man.
Yeah, open up the
Sweet,
door for
yes.
all of that. So I just one of them things, but we just have to wait and watch and see what happens still, given this situation. And I feel like as the
True.
coming days come by and we move into next week, there's gonna be more and more conversations surrounding things that are now being said that nobody ever heard before, which sparks another discussion. So I think that is why the Prime Minister is nudging them in the direction of the former Prime Minister, I should say. We need to get rid of this thing and fast. Because them let him go. Here what gonna happen. All of the attention are gonna divert to the facts him a come back a road in first interview, first show, whatever the case may be, which takes the heat off of them for go clean up the mess behind the scenes.
Exactly.
You see where me, that
Facts,
is where me I
really.
come from with it, you know. So them let him out.
Facts. Yeah.
Everybody
'Cause
start
right
real
now,
up.
them
The
dep
whole
on
place.
a microscope, you know, so you're right, you know.
Yeah, them dep on a microscope now. So you what them do? Them let him out. Him come on road. Him first interview, break international scenes, right? Him first stage show. Me don't know which part them gonna keep it at Jamaica, to be honest with you. Right? And guess what? That take the heat off of them to get time for clean up the other messy situations, especially with the DPP out here informing on herself.
Mm-hmm.
See, that is just my opinion. That's
Especially
just
the way
my
she a
opinion,
do,
right? So everybody start
Opinion
get them ducks.
it's not a far-fetched opinion.
While them get them ducks in a row. You get what I'm saying? And I think the former Prime Minister's statement is to nudge them in that direction. Because he may also have stuff going under FEMA administration that him don't want ever come to light.
Facts
You see,
again.
you see what I'm saying? So there's just I cannot fathom a reason of him coming out and saying what he's saying other than to tell the Court of Appeal like, yo, listen, hurry up and get rid of this thing. I cannot come up with another conclusion as to why he would say what he's saying. No,
What?
he had so many other chances to do it. The timing of it is very concise and precise. You notice that not even the documentation from England don't reach to Jamaica yet Court of Appeal. He make sure say it before it reach. So yo, listen, if you're not consider for retry this man, I'm gonna drop it. Because there's gonna be
No.
further question asked. And the more questions asked is the more
again.
there might be people who is retired now that start come out and saying other things. Just watch how this unfold in the next coming weeks. There are going to be probably judges or former prosecutors that are retired now that start come out and making recommendations that this case was so botched it should be thrown out. And the reason they are doing it is not because they love Vybz Kartel. I'm co-accused. The reason they are doing it is because if there's a public investigation, all right, if there's a public investigation, there may be multiple indictments of government officials based on malpractice. You get what I'm saying?
And them no want the public ask a public inquiry into the judiciary system, you know.
That's the
Them don't want that, you know.
If that happen, let me tell you, all hell break loose on that little island there. Yeah? If them ever ask for a public inquiry on the judicial system of Jamaica, an independent public inquiry of that situation, all hell broke loose down there. And that's what them don't want. I wouldn't be surprised if you see other people start come out and say, yo, them need to dash it away. And the reason for dash it away is not because they want him to come on road. Is the longer him situation is in the spotlight, is the more heat that gets turned up on them. Does that make sense?
Yep.
The longer his situation is in the news media, because Vybz Kartel's situation is just not in the news media in Jamaica. His situation is in news medias across multiple countries in the world.
Internationally.
And the longer the situation, Lisa Evers is one of Vybz Kartel's biggest supporters right now. You know? Fox cover every single stage of his appeal, from the Court of Appeal to the Privy Council She's been following it. So this is something that is being internationally televised. This is not just, CVM and TVJ in Jamaica or nationwide news. I say what am I say? There's other news fraternities in different countries and different parts of the world that are tuning into this situation. And the longer it drag on and the more things that are being said may start opening up more questions into the judicial process or the system in Jamaica. And that is what they don't want.
Facts.
Especially with the DPP coming out and saying there's multiple cases of jury tampering that she know about. And if she know about it, that means judges also know about it. And the cases proceed. Now, who are these judges?
Exactly. Exactly.
So that in itself is why I believe my theory is that the former prime minister, come out and say what him say is not because he never said the injustice before. It's now because it may cause a bigger situation within the judicial system of Jamaica and things start coming to light that multiple people don't want to come to light if there's a public inquiry that is requested.
And there should be a public inquiry requested about the DPP office. Really and truly.
The DPP has been there since what, 2008?
Yep.
From 2000, that's 16 years. That's 16 years?
16 years, yeah.
Which means she went after Vybz Kartel. She went after Vybz Kartel twice too. I don't know if people remember that because there was a Barrington situation, which everybody know how that turned out with Justice Sykes, right? So she went after him twice.
Mm-hmm.
The second time she went after him was in 2011, which means that was only 3 years after she took office. Can you imagine the things that transpired after him get convicted, the way he got convicted? Because that would have only been 3 years into, 2014 would have been 6 years into her tenure, right?
Yeah.
So imagine the next 10 years, the decade after that, until 2024. Because if she realized that she could get away with that, or she thought she got away with that situation in sending Vybz Kartel to prison, right?
That carry of misjustice.
Can you imagine what she do with the other people them that is not Vybz Kartel?
And you know, all right, let me see. And when they may realize, because Jeremy Taylor probably do around 4 years after Kartel, alright, so about 4 or 5 years after the case done with Kartel, him resign as well from the DPP office. Because he's not in the DPP office anymore, you know.
Okay.
The prosecutor who prosecute the case, him ain't in the DPP office anymore, you know. The police, they will do the case, not in the police force no more, you know. The judge who preside over the case is not a justice anymore.
Yes. The prosecutor is the only one remaining.
Okay. The DPP are the only somebody remaining out of all of them people.
Which she got an extension. She should have been gone already too. Let's make that clear. She should have been here.
Them amend the constitution to give her extension.
What did I say to you?
Mm-hmm.
Should get things done for the people who want things to get done. And now it catch up back on them. They never believed that the little ghetto youth from Portmore, right? Did they go all the way to England? They never believed that.
Nope.
Never none of them wildest dreams and things that this thing happen. Especially on the Court of Appeal in Jamaica. Yeah, man. The witness not credible. He perjure himself. But you know what? The tampered phone evidence is so overwhelming, we're just going to uphold the conviction. Because we have to call it tampered evidence at this point, because it is tampered with. That has been proven.
Mm-hmm.
Which is now not going to be admissible in court again. So I'd like to see the judge who try to accept that evidence into court. Like, if you're a judge right now in Jamaica, you know, you try to stay as far away from this case as possible if they order a retrial. Like, you want it? No. You want it? No. Because guess what? Anybody who attach themselves to it, have to resign. If I was a judge in Jamaica right now, the last thing me want to hear is for somebody call my phone and say, yo, we're going to try him again. We need him to preside over this. Not with everything, but Uno go on with already. You want me to go attach my resume to that? No. If I was a judge, that's what I would be thinking. You want me to attach my resume to that situation that you got going on?
Nah.
I'm good. I'll pass for now one day. I'm gonna find somebody else to do it. Next, yep.
Next. Find somebody else. Next.
Yeah, man, find somebody else to do that because the outcome of this situation is not going to be. You see, even if, let's say, hypothetically, Cartel never get released from prison and him do life in there and 35 years before parole or 33, whatever them drop it to, right? This current situation is still going to cause a big problem for the judicial system in Jamaica.
Bro, listen, man, what you think as we go back to the point again? It has surpassed a Vybz Kartel at this point. It has. You know what I mean? Because watch this. There are a lot of instances that can happen in the Vybz Kartel case where him can get a retrial, him can win him case, immediately him can bust off right there and then. That's what I say. So that I got happen soon. We're right there, so that I got happen that decision that go forward to. After that decision, you know, don't think so it just stop there, so we will go on with the DPP. No. There are other things to look into.
That is what I don't want to happen. I do not want things to just stop right here. So with the DPP, because as I said, they might just throw a smoke screen out here, and the biggest smoke screen I can think of, right? The biggest smoke screen I can think of, you know. If me I try to distract somebody from something, you know, what me I do, you know, me I throw the biggest deterrent I can find for throw, you know. And when I throw that deterrent, you know, what I need to go take care of before anybody else look into it, I now have time to go do that. Which the biggest smoke screen them can throw right now is let them go. And them let them go. And everybody in Jamaica overjoyed, some sad. The news media take over with it, the international scenes take over with it. Everybody just, all of the attention is now there, right? In the meantime, they might clean up what they need to clean up on the back end before anybody really start dig into the judicial system. So if I'm thinking it from a logical perspective, I'd just throw a smoke screen out there, which is what I think they may do. Throw the smoke screen out there of letting him go and say, yo, I hope nobody not ask no more further questions into this situation. We'll let him go. When we get to know what we want, we get 13 years old time, him get him freedom, make we just continue. Nah, the DPP need to start telling about them cases there where there was jury tampering and the cases proceeded and who were the judges that were presiding over those cases. That's what we need to know. Nobody feel like say I can just let them out and throw this smoke screen and then nobody not ask no more question into the judicial system and how you guys are operating within the countries of the law to carry out fair justice. No. And that is what I hope don't happen, right? Because another thing, you know, we as Jamaicans, we quick forget, you know. Somebody need to stick a pin to these people. Jamaicans very quick for forgetting, you know, like them born with amnesia. And they come and go during their lifetime. We need to make sure so somebody stick a pin and say, no, we need to figure out, because what about all of the other man them were inside there that don't have $50 million?
Exactly. And that is the point where it's become bigger than Vybz Kartel. Because Vybz Kartel have enough money to fight and fend for him to do what he do. But when this show the light on the system have to know what they do by the T right now. Every I have a dot and every T have a cross with everything. You see me? Yeah. Swear. But Constantine, the last words before we go, me kill it, we should have run on the road 12 minutes ago. Or through the conversation now we have. Pepper Skull, line up the TV, them I feel, my fam. Or probably the people them get a break. If I say set up at 6:30, can well look at our break and get something to consume. You know what I mean? All the
Yeah, and then we
evening
just
reason that
forward back 6:30. Me check in for see if it up again, man. But last words is them I gonna throw a smoke screen if we don't get further. Them I gonna try to throw a smoke screen if we don't get further looked into as to what's going on into the judicial system of Jamaica. That's what they're going to do. And I think that's what the former prime minister is actually nudging them in the direction of doing, because I think there's skeletons in the closet of multiple different officials within the judicial system, right? Because remember, all of them are friends, you know. Most of them politicians are liars, you know. All of them are friends, you know.
True.
So there's multiple different skeletons in the closets that they don't want to come out. So I think him coming out and crying out, him I cry cree, him run out and I cry cree. And I say, no, listen. And I might as well just do away indirectly when they do away with this thing. Get rid of it.
Sure.
So that is what I think. That as final thoughts and final saying is that is what I think will happen, but I just have to wait and see.
And that's true. We really have to wait and see. As I say, my final words is, I think this is a tad late. You know what I mean? Big man thing, this show the incompetence of everybody from the Court of Appeal to the DPP office to the Justice Lennox Campbell to even Vybz Kartel lawyers from earlier, both on the appeal in the 2020 and in the early trial. And I have expected better, truthfully. You get what I say? And it leads me to believe, even when I hear the conspiracy theories them of the whole system, every single body, even own a liar, them, it make me want to believe that more. You hear that? So it's a sticky situation. We have to watch everything how it play out. You know what I'm saying? The microscope is on the system right now. We could see how them angle things. We would like to see a public inquiry into the DPP office and previous case where both Paula Lewin and Jeremy Taylor have been prosecutors over on other cases, you know what I mean, where there have been jury misconduct. I would have liked to see that continue. You know what I mean? Not continue, but a hearing.
Being brought to light. And who are the judges that presided over these cases is what I really had the burning thing for me, you know, is who are the judges that presided over these cases? Because if we see a constant name keeps popping up, then you know there's a conspiracy, an internal conspiracy. Because
yes,
the DPP may think say, oh, me can't go to that judge and say that thing about me can't go to this one and say it.
It's really about the paperwork and the council you have to pay as in paying for the paperwork and them things. And I like say yo, as in a bag of money to go privy council. Are your lawyers you pay and signing like filling the documents and the whole of them thing there. And
all of that costs money.
It's really the Court of Appeal. Forget to the Privy Council, the Court of Appeal have to make a decision also on that. Truthfully. It's not like say yo, you jump and leave from the Court of Appeal and go no. Them also make a decision. They have to grant you leave to go to the Privy Council. So them have to see it, and them have to cite it and things. All right, then them know why I made the decision and put it after the Privy Council. That's why again to ourselves, you have to tell yourself, say, yo, oh, them never forward with the conclusion right there and then. You get what I say?
The Privy Council concludes as to why it reached
lawyers. All about paying lawyers and filing documents. That is, I always did I try to say that. Paperwork and lawyers, 100% right. Because it is a court procedure. It is your right to appeal. You have a right to appeal always, as well. Once you don't plead guilty, you have the right to appeal your conviction. You understand? So Them thing there, as I said, the more we getting at them reason, yeah, a lot of knowledge I spill. And a lot of us I learn. And I mean, no things me learn to where me never did know. Worse when it fall down to the Privy Council. There's a lot of things. All right, yeah, me kill it. Yeah. All right, people, we're going over Pepper Skull, so we need to get the break. Who want catch a lunch, Who consume already? Right over Pepper Skull, PB with it right now. You get me I say? So everybody will check in and pass through. Constantine, big up Gaza Uncle, big up your reason again. You know, you think Gaza British, give thanks to your donation. You know, very much appreciated. Sasha IS, give thanks to your donation again. And the membership given out. You know, that's something that Gaza Uncle, give thanks to your donation. Very much appreciated. Millership, give thanks to your donation. Me kill them. You know, it's something good. Every single body will pass through, comment and like. Give thanks to that. Very much appreciated as well. Captain Cap, Unruly Dread. July 28th, Unruly Festival, UK. You know anything go. Eva, big up yourself. Bad Girl Cecile, you know anything going on. DJ Architect. You hear that? Everybody on the way out. Maureen Thomas. You see me? Everybody were there and pass through. Big up on yourself. Mario, Azza Mario, my brother. TT Auto Garage. Yeah, you know you're sitting there go. Oh, you know, when we play the local outro then now. You know it's something go. Big up yourself. Nice life. Nice reason you can't catch back on the play for. People on the play for, like, left some comment in our chat too, man. Let's some comment and tell about the reason and vice one opinion as well. You know it go.